But some people are like, oh, the face is beautiful, so it's like a transsexual, both best of both worlds kind of thing. That it's like, no, it's the worst of all worlds because there'd be a terrible penis involved. But everybody's a bit different. Everybody feels different about it. You know?
I mean, I can't speak for all penises, but I do
No, no
like.
one
I
can.
like. I like my penis personally.
Yeah, you like to suck on it?
If I'm on the right amount of mushrooms, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, all right. That's good. Whatever you got to do to get by that day, you
It's fucking you know,
uncomfortable laughter.
some days you're the sucker and other days you're the sucking.
Yeah, I would really hurt myself if I tried to suck my dick. I wouldn't be able to make it.
Let's see.
I get
I'm
too many
trying to.
tubes poking out of my chest now.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
fucking biological man now.
I'm a biological man.
What they call
I'm
that?
a biological man, doing the best I can. Ooh yeah. I'm sorry you
Damn,
didn't make it on
you got
Saturday Night Live,
pipes.
man.
You got fucking pipes, Casey. Be
Yeah,
singing
man,
like
I
a.
am
You
quite a
sound like
singer.
an R&B champion just now.
Ooh, hello, little girl.
Mhm.
Emily, I love you so much.
Emily,
Oh,
yeah.
Emily. Come on, girl. Sit on my lap. Sit on my lap. I'm
That's
sorry you
fucking.
didn't. I'm sorry you didn't make the final four of Saturday Night Live, man. Sorry to hear that.
You know, me too, a little bit. I mean,
I don't know who this Longfellow guy is. I looked him up, but I just saw his face.
do
Sounds
you
like
look at
you
his
know him.
Instagram?
No,
Yeah, I
I
know him.
just
I
looked
know
on
him
the
for sure.
article. What? Don't
I said,
interrupt me while I'm talking, motherfucker. Anyways, I saw the article where it says Lorne Michaels announced the guys on the Emmys. I just read that. That's all I know.
yeah, he was ambiguous as fuck a couple days ago. He's all like, "Well, we're bringing on 4 new members, but we're not gonna say nothing yet." You know.
Well, yeah, he can do what he wants. He runs shit.
Well, yeah, it's actually normally they would even wait another 2 weeks before releasing it, like right before the show. Like if you remember Shane Gillis, when they released those three, it was him, Bowen Yang, and who the fuck I forget was the third one. But
Uh,
remember that was like it was like right before SNL started, and then everybody was like, "Oh, Shane Gillis podcast, listen to him."
Boy, do they make a mistake. He would have been so giant on SNL now that he's
You
already
know
like
what?
a he's already a giant star now. So it's like weird.
Oh, he's doing better. Like I like when he was on Joe Rogan's podcast, it made sense. He's actually better off.
Well, whatever. He's not on there, so who knows? But
Uh,
but he could have been a giant star on SNL too.
you think so? I mean, he's jovial. He's fun.
Sure, of course he would have.
I feel like he would have had a hard time because his like stuff is too risque, and they would have probably like been like, no, no, no. He probably would have had a hard time, I think, getting through censors.
Well, he's too funny though. He wouldn't have been able to hold back. Like Tracy Morgan's just as dirty as him, and he become a giant worldwide superstar on SNL. So I imagine he would have done something like Tracy Morgan. He probably
You know
would. He
what?
probably just would have fucked half the people in New York and did drugs and then also destroyed on the show. Also,
Fuck, dude. They still need a fat player like him. Like they need a heavy set dude. They don't have that.
oh, they need funny people. I think more.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I went to Sarah Sherman's show last night. She's interesting.
Cool.
Oh, dude, I
What's her
put
name?
way too
Sarah
much salt.
Sperm. Is that her last name for real?
No, that's her art name. She's
Oh,
because her style is squeamish comedy. It's like
oh, it sounds kind of like what do you call one of those burlesque shows or one of those drag queen names?
yeah, she's very vaudeville. Like she wears clowny outfits with lots of colors, neon colors that are like with poofs and like
Oh,
design patterns. So she's totally like a modern day vaudevillian. And
oh
actually,
yeah.
it was cool. Like so, all right.
I'll have to
During
check
the
out a video
show,
of her.
there was another comedian right on the show,
On
and
what?
she did this really cool thing where it was like a choose your own comedy adventure. So she had two audience members come sit on stage and like put on a mask to pretend to be her, and then it was like a display on the back, like on the screen, And then she'd be like, "All right, so we just got done at the show. You're me now. Don't forget that." Like she had a whole thing.
What
And
the
then
fuck?
she's like, "Okay, now do we go home or do you go for a walk?" And so the audience member gets to pick what they do, like choose your own thing. So they're like, "Oh, go for a walk." And she's like, "Oh, okay, lovely walk. Uh-oh, what's this?" And then like aliens show up and abduct you. And then so then you're like, "Oh, you just got abducted." And then it's like a whole thing of comedy, but the audience member gets to choose during the set like what they want to do next.
Whoa.
It was pretty clever, dude. I was like really impressed with it. I was like, this is my type of comedy. That
Yeah.
multimedia, like next, like what's the next thing you can do with stand up is like emulsify more people. Like
Emulsify?
it was, yeah, it was a very like emulsification, like
Like
bringing them
dunking
in. And
them, dunking them into grease?
the
Oh,
emulsification just meant like molding, like
oh,
when
oh, I
it
thought emulsify was to be
emulsifies.
put into grease and then put breadcrumbs on you,
Well, I mean,
like an
that's
emulsion.
it's very comedy, yeah. She's
You know who's like that now
like punk
around
rock.
here is John Banning. You remember John Banning?
Yeah, I know. John and I were posting on Facebook the other day because I gave this guy some good wisdom.
Oh,
And,
cool. Oh,
and
you're on
John,
Facebook? Follow me on
yeah,
Facebook. What happened to you?
you blocked me still or whatever. Like
Uh,
it's impossible. I show you. It comes up like if you type in Casey's name, it comes up like a blank thing.
I don't even know how to unblock people now.
I don't
I
know.
usually just block you because you won't shut up for that one day, and then the next day I wouldn't mind having you back. But it's like you just kind of get so that you're doing like 700 consecutive messages, and I start to
Yeah,
get, and or you're like, you're a fucking asshole. I have to tell you for 6 hours on text.
yeah, on
I go,
Facebook.
I go. Actually, you know what? You should only just say you're an asshole one time. It only takes 3 words. It doesn't need to be like you're an asshole because of this, this, this. It's just
But I'm
you're.
transferring into womanhood.
Yes, I know, but that's the improper use of texting. You actually, they
But
should actually.
not when you're transferring into womanhood.
No, no. Women should be executed for when they do that many words on text. It should be like a death penalty offense. Like
Oh,
people are like, I'm very angry and I have to express myself to you on text, and I go, I know you're angry. It's just that that's not how you use text.
well,
Text is.
speaking on behalf of my fellow females, I must say I find that terribly offensive,
I know you
Mister.
find it offensive, but that's because women are dumb and they usually find things offensive because they're stupid. So that's
Anything you can do, Mister Male, I can do equivalent.
um, except for not overuse text. That's one thing you're not able to do as well.
And in my defense, I've gotten much better since knowing Emily.
Yeah, I know you've gotten much lot better. We're all improving all the time. You're a good man.
What if smoking weed made you gay?
Ah,
Do you think people would still smoke weed?
sure. Most people are gay. I think
Yeah, like what if smoking weed brought that out of you?
makes sense. Everybody's smoking weed. Everybody's sucking each other and sucking each other's dicks. So that's the society we have now. So I
I
don't
mean,
smoke weed or suck dick. So I'm kind of in the minority. I'm the
and that
minority. I'm more
and
than
that's why you got diabetes.
probably. That's probably why. I don't
You
care.
should have been
Whatever.
more gay and smoked more weed.
I guess. Sure. Whatever.
It's a little known fact. Cum actually balances out sugar.
You're gay? I didn't know you were gay.
Yes, I am a transferred to female while simultaneously also transferring into becoming homosexual.
Oh, I know. I always wondered what your sexuality was.
So I
Finally, the
feel like by
mystery.
default, I'm still technically, I've always been who I'm supposed to be, attracted to women. But now that I'm a woman, I'm gay.
Oh, shut up. Shut up.
I gotta get cast somehow, man. I gotta get cast somehow. I can't be black. I've tried. Does not
You
work.
don't develop talent or anything. No, that obviously people will do anything but do that.
Oh, I have inert talent. I got
No,
talent.
you have a lot of talent actually.
Yeah, I
But you don't need to fuck around with your genitals or whatever to get on a show. You should be able to do it with your talent. You've put a lot of time and energy into this shit. So
yeah, and you know me, I go ham. So if I really did transfer, I totally would hack my shit off, all in, self mutilate the fuck out of it.
I thought you liked your penis.
I actually I don't mind it. No,
Oh, you like it so much you like it so much you want to cut it off and put it on the wall.
Just for
You're
the
like, I want to be
memories.
able to look at it all the time when it's on. I want to stuff it and put it on the wall.
Yeah, for real though.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me, man. I'm just a loser, bitter. I'm having a bad day today. I'm kind of usually I don't want to talk when I'm having a bad day, but today I just figured, why not? Who gives a shit? Bum people
Uh,
out, upset people, bum them out. You know, why not? Why feel bad all to myself when I can make others feel bad? You know what I mean?
yeah, I agree entirely.
Yeah, and I haven't seen you in a while. You know, because you keep ducking me. You don't. You're too good to hang. You're too good to hang out with me and shit.
Dude, I be talking so many people lately. It's nuts, man.
I
Like,
know you're so popular.
no, it's the opposite. I become reclusive. I got sick of it. Like, I'm like, if I'm not getting to shows, I don't fucking care anymore. Like, the open mics just kind of got like boring.
I feel you.
And then
I
now I
decided to
see,
try to make a comeback. I did two open mic spots, felt good, and then I did this one at the park with all the people I know, and I just fucking hated being around everybody so much that it just kind of bummed me out.
yeah, no, I
They
feel
made
you
me
on that.
actually lose confidence in whether or not I'm funny or not
Seattle will
because
do that to you, man.
because they don't fucking care about funny. They're there to fucking insult, toss around insults, and do this lame stuff. But nobody delivers it. Nobody cares that much about who wrote a funny idea. You know, I wish I hung around with everyone who was funnier than me. Like I was the least funny one, and they were all funny, and I had to compete to get in a line that would be accepted as funny. It was actually like how it was when I first went to Jai Tai. There was actually a whole bunch. I look at it this way. You might not, but there was a
Yeah.
whole bunch of experienced comics that were legit good comics. They were at least doing pretty good, and they would hardly talk to you. They were stuck up, but it was because you had to say something funny to be able to hang in the group. But
Yeah,
now
yeah,
there's
yeah.
a, I don't know. It doesn't feel quite that way as much.
Like as much as I like to shit on him, Bo Johnson was always that way. Like he's always been a decent performer. For like I can't say
Right now, I'm
he's
having
not.
like douchebags like Bruce Bennick. You know,
Oh, Bruce is not a very good performer. No,
everyone just talks about how unfunny.
my first memory of Bruce was when I did. People were explaining like how he got jumped when he walked out because of some shit he said on stage.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then I was kind of like, what the like? But then I started paying more attention to what like how he is on stage, and I'm like, oh, he totally wouldn't pay attention to saying something very obliviously that would like piss somebody off.
Who
Because
cares about pissing people off though? That's not the problem.
well, I mean, is it the violence then? I mean,
What?
the fact that he got jumped then, like what? I
Well,
don't
I
know.
don't know.
I
You
just
had to be there. You don't even know nothing about the situation apparently. So quit speculating.
no. All I know is what he told me. Yeah, and then what the other people were saying around him.
It's like he started talking shit with one guy, and then the guy and him got in a fight or something.
Yeah. But the dude like was like waiting for him to come out, so it's hella smart. Like he's like,
Oh yeah, it wasn't because he said something on stage that upset anybody. It wasn't like that.
I don't think so. Yeah, no, I think it was premeditated, or they thought Bruce was like reminded them of someone.
Anyway, Jay Mark said that he fills up a lot of time without saying a lot of funny things. That's sort of his specialty as far as stage wise.
Don't.
Otherwise, he's kind of an interesting person on the scene with his a recording ability and his whatever bullshit. But as far as just stand up wise, you're kind of wondering why is this happening?
Yeah, I feel
You
that way
know,
when I
because
watch Bruce.
the other day we were at the park and he was going like, okay, everybody has to stand over here to make sure you're on camera, and okay. Then I go, okay, well then when he's telling a story, he's talking about like what he did when he was in China with his wife, and then this and that. Then I go, you know, when you're on the microphone and you're being recorded, you're not really supposed to just go, today I went to the store and I bought eggs. And, you know, my eggs, I scrambled them when I got home and I put them in some salsa. And then I got some sour cream put on, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's not
Yeah, I
supposed to
know.
just, it's not supposed to just, it's supposed to have, in other words, it's
It's supposed to be
something,
like I went to get some eggs,
something of interest.
and it occurred to me, why are there 12 in a box, or some stupid shit?
Right. Or something theoretically that you thought would be interesting. It doesn't even have to actually be interesting. It's just you thought it would be interesting to someone other than yourself.
Exactly. Yeah,
For
that's
Bruce, it's already good if it's interesting to him. Then he's like, well, then he doesn't even care if it's interesting to you. So it's like a
Bruce
an
is
act.
not there for anyone but himself. That's
it's a total act of total selfishness because he
100.
doesn't even realize that you're supposed to do something that would entertain. It's kind of anyway.
Yeah,
That's
no,
all
but
right.
it's that's the post that Banning and I were going back and forth on. This guy was asking like how truthful do you have to be when you're telling stories about people or things, you know? And I said basically as long as you're honest in your performance, that's all that really matters. But then I explained to him further. I'm like, usually things come in one or two, but then to you have to make something up to add the third because the rule of three requires to make it more and more ridiculous, stuff like that. So it was good advice I gave him, All the other comics though, they were not. They were giving such generic shit. I was the only one. I read my post. I'm like, fucking filthy. But John was funny because John's like, he said, never be yourself on stage and always be somebody else. So I posted on John's thing. I was cracking up.
Oh,
I would love to be you, John, but if I had to give him the choice, I think I'll stick with being me. And then he replied to mine. He's like, oh, not everybody's like fucking an American made original like you. I didn't expect you to be here. And then I replied, I was like, well, it's not October 1st yet. I haven't officially. I don't know. It's funny because John, he supports my SNL dreams.
that's cool.
But I think John is like, I mean, he seems like he understands more than he gets credit for, maybe. I could be giving him too much credit, though,
Oh, you're a good guy.
I think so. I mean, most of the people you've
He
turned me
gave me a
on
steak
to.
yesterday, the other day.
Did you know, you remember Darren Chase?
Yes.
Yeah, he was back up in Seattle. I think he's gone again. He's on a
Oh, he
little
had some
tour.
health problems, huh?
He had, yeah, he goes through
Yeah.
it. He's been through it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's
I
an
met him at
interesting
the
guy.
laughs one time, hanging out front. We had laughed. We were laughing hard. We were having
That
a
was
fun time just hanging out. You know how you can get into like a really fun laughter thing when you're waiting to go on a show in the front of it
that
thing?
that was the last Comic Standing auditions.
I might have been.
Remember? It was.
Maybe.
You know how I was there too. I was sitting there doing my own little makeshift podcast thing. I had my little computer,
I
if you
remember that.
remember.
I just couldn't remember if it was the same time.
Yeah, it was. It was totally the same day. We were all in line kicking it, and then that night we met him at Jaitai again, and he
And
went
I
out.
tore it up in my 1 minute, and then I didn't get picked.
I
Even
mean,
though after my minute afterwards, I went out into the lobby and there was like 4 or 5 people like all excited to talk to me because I did so good.
yeah,
There's a
yeah.
couple girls. They were like, two of the ones who went on. They were like I was a big deal. It was really like, oh shit, you tore it up in there. You were, and then I saw Robert Barunju became kind of a big star in his own little way, a little
Was he
star
what,
around here.
was he one of the ones that made it through to the?
Yeah, he made it through, and then when he walked by my car, he looked guilty. He didn't
I
say
bet
anything.
because he
I
knew.
said, "Congratulations, you got picked," but I could tell he looked guilty, like, "Oh shit, I get picked and you didn't get picked." But it was they even said in the criteria that they were looking for the new diverse comic.
Oh, all the time. You know what's great though is like in another universe, you did win through, and you actually got to meet Norm because of that. And then Norm became like your comedy mentor. And then in that Universal
Norm's dead.
storyline, no, that's the point. In that storyline, because Norm took you on as his apprentice, he was regifted life and he was cured of cancer. And in that timeline right now, I'm also on SNL.
Nice. That's a
Yeah.
nice timeline.
Oh, it would be so beautiful.
Sponsored by ketamine.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
Hendrix Gin
Yeah.
and
It's almost like
marijuana.
you don't really have to make it. All you have to do is imagine that you did, and then that's just as good.
Isn't that what I'm here for? California manifestation.
If you're gonna fail at comedy, it's because you imagined having success so many times. You might as well you don't even need to do it because you're just
Actually, I did come up with my backup plan. I told Emily. She was all excited. She's like, "Oh,
What's
really?
that?
What is it?"
Suicide?
Not at all. No, check it out. So if SNL either gets canceled by season 50 or I haven't been there and stuff, then I'm gonna move to Germany and open an American candy store.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I've been talking to the immigrants, or the
Das
visitors or
ist
whatever.
gut candy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good Twinkies. Dude,
Yeah.
guess how much a single Twinkie sells for in Germany at their American candy shops?
I don't know. 58 Deutsch.
Yeah, between 6 and 9 fucking euro.
6 and 9 euro. Oh yeah.
So that's almost fucking $11 for a single fucking American Twinkie.
Oh man, I've been eating so much good food, and I've heard so long that I've been reading all this stuff for a couple of years now that like the food supply is going to go bad and we're going to all be eating this and that. And then every day I get up and I go to the deluxe luxury store that's about a mile from my house and I look at the juicy, delicious steaks. And every day I feel like, are all these articles just designed to make me very happy that I have steaks? Like, because it's funny because they say, yeah, you got to you stock up on your food or you got to start thinking of rat. And I go, no, you don't. You should just be like, that's when you kill yourself. Like you eat as many steaks as you can and enjoy it. And then as soon as they cut off the food supply, you're dead. You just fucking die. You get in a hole and die. You know, what is the fucking holdup? It's another thing. It's like, you got to have steaks for 20 consecutive years, juicy, delicious steaks and mashed potatoes, and then one day you can't have it anymore. Oh well, quit crying. It's like everything comes to an end. It's like you get pussy, you get a lot of pussy, and then all of a sudden you can't get pussy anymore. You go, pussy store's closed. Your days are over as a vagina fucker. You know what I mean? I'm like, what's the fucking problem? Who cares?
My bad. I just realized Roberto Garcia comedy. Remember Roberto?
Yeah.
He was in our thing. He might still be here. I forgot he wants to do this with us and hang out too, so we can invite him if you want. If you want another person to hang out.
Okay.
But I was listening. Fucking I just it's hard, man. You got to be attentive. Like, oh shit, we have comments.
Yeah, you got to be the master of ceremonies, man.
God, it's fucking ridiculous, man. I was just talking
This
last
is how
night
you
to
get
these
on
people.
Saturday Live. You make this show to have. If you make this show have 100,000 viewers,
Dude, that was so Gucci. I'll
and they
just
come
give me
on,
like,
and then you just limit how many people come on, and then you just become the big star.
I would love that. That would be
I'm just
phenomenal.
a guy who just always comes on as a guest and just talks. But you're the big star. You're the one who came up with the idea and everything.
I mean,
You
actually,
got to have more than one viewer, though. You got to have like.
No. This is actually all 100% McBride's fault.
McBride?
Yeah, anybody with any complaints about what we're doing here needs to blame Jason McBride. Because if it weren't for him crapping out on your guys' what you were up to, you'd still be doing it together. So,
Podcast.
yeah, so if we're going to blame anybody, we're going to lay it all on McBride.
That is a good point. We would have had a good podcast by now.
Oh, you and him are fire. He's good, but you bring better out of him because he's not very confident.
Oh, you listen to it ever?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I mean, Robbie got annoying, so
Oh, Robbie was the last one. He was on the last one.
Yeah. That's the one I heard. Yeah, he's fun though. I mean, whatever. Have you seen him around?
Robbie?
Yeah, I'm waiting for him. He said he was gonna move here like 2 years ago.
No, but yesterday or Wednesday when we were at the park, Bruce was like, "How come he didn't come to my party yet? My wife had a birthday party, and he invited Robbie to come. And the day of the party, I was like, I actually went to the bookstore to buy a gift for his wife. I don't even know her, so I was like, what could I get her? And then as I was looking around the bookstore, I was kind of like, I don't really want to go to no party. I just lost interest because I'm a free guy. As much as I'm free, I like to be free. I'm like, anytime I can break an appointment, I'm always happy to break it. If I can, any appointment, no matter how important.
Yeah.
If I could conceivably get away with not doing the appointment, I love that feeling of like, oh, I did something wrong. I disappointed someone. You know what I mean? Like they were expecting me, like a doctor's appointment, or like some people will be mad I didn't go, and I go, good. I hope you're all mad. I don't care because I'm free. I don't have to go to your shit. So go fuck yourself, But but anyway, I just didn't go, and then he was like, I saw you posted a thing where you're at the casino. And I was like, oh, I see you're like a little
busted,
a little stalker now, where you look and see where I'm at. I go, you know what I mean? I go. Anyway, Robbie was there, and he was like, "Are you still hate Robbie?" Because I said I hated him or something.
Oh, we always say that. We're just fucking around though.
And I was like
he's never done anything truly fucked up to either of us that I know. You know what I mean? Like,
I go, who gives a fuck about Robbie Schrader? And furthermore, who gives a fuck about what I think about Robbie Schrader?
Yeah.
Neither one of those things are interesting at all.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the best example. Bruce is asking me how I feel about Robbie, and we're all here at a show at a park, and Robbie didn't come to the park. Robbie doesn't give a shit about any of us. He's at home doing what the fuck he wants.
Having sex with
Last thing on
cats.
his mind is Bruce or Casey or any of these other motherfuckers.
He's experimenting with cats. I mean,
Yes.
he's working on a new type of lubrication. He
He's a,
swears, though, it's for veterinary practices and for the benefit of cats with proctal cancer. Or whatever the fuck rectal cancer.
he's penning terrific, enjoyable jokes, just one after the other.
Oh, with his abacus of
Mhm.
magic. I do value what he is, though. I give him shit because he said he was gonna move out here, but he's always got a reason not to.
Oh, right.
Dude,
Yeah, it's true. He never really does.
You know, when you're saying earlier, you're like, I would like to be surrounded by everybody that's better and more funny than I am. I think
Yeah.
that's another reason I want you to come check out LA more, because there are, like, last night I once again was I was like, oh shit. Not only are there actually talented comedians, you know, but they're ones that have been here for like 10 years doing this shit.
I would go down to LA again. I want to go down. I look at the schedule at the Comedy Store, and I just want to go watch the show. And
Yeah, if we go Comedy Store, I'm not allowed in yet until I can.
The problem is I got to go all the way back. Ugh.
You mean back to Washington again?
Yeah, I got to drive all the way back. So if I could just somehow die when I'm in LA or something like that,
I don't
so
know.
I don't have to take that trip and all that driving. Although I just fixed my car, so I might be ready to take another trip.
If we do it right, you could just stay with Emily, and she'll drive you around, and then because she has her car.
Nice. Can we make sexy time?
I don't think Stencil.
Yes, of course we can.
I mean, I wouldn't say nothing if I was.
You'd be like, I don't want you to because I like her, and I go, yeah, but I'm gonna make sexy time.
The one thing about Emily is, I there's a lot I feel, but one thing I've never felt for her is a desire to fuck.
That's weird.
She just doesn't have that about her.
That means you are truly homosexual.
Because one single female, if you don't love them all, you can't. If you don't want to fuck them all.
No, that's not why. You justified it. You went, that doesn't make me a faggot because I don't want to have sex with her.
Well, we've established everything.
You're right. That is not what makes you gay. What makes you gay is the thirst and hunger for cock.
Well, and those who've heard my material on stage, my darker.
You do a lot of gay stuff?
Well, I talk about the bathhouse, and when I really realized I wasn't gay, it was not when I was had the dick in my mouth. It was actually when I had my dick in the ass, and I was looking in the mirror while I'm fucking him in the ass, and I just couldn't come.
I get days when you're fucking him in the ass. You're like, get days. You get the dick. You get the dick. You're not even gay if you're fucking a guy in the ass. You're destroying his asshole.
Well, it was fun. No,
you're obliterating his little asshole with your masculine cock. So it's obviously not gay. He's gay.
I'm saying it was fun because I'll be talking and I was curious. I'm like asking like, so are you a guy, a girl? Like, how's the deal? Sometimes I feel like this, sometimes I feel like that, and then we're just hanging out the whole night doing nothing gay. Just hanging out.
What?
Because at the bathhouse, just hanging out. That's the person the joke is actually about real life stories, I shouldn't reveal that shit in case there's like a shit ton of homophobes that are hunting me down. Fuck, dude, I'm going to get killed before I get to SNL,
I'm the last homophobe, and I wouldn't hunt you down.
You're the last?
Dude, I'm the only one I know. Everyone else is progressive.
We need to fucking make that. That's a funny-ass idea for a short.
I'm the last homophobe? Yeah, that is a good idea. You're right.
Yeah, it's like a little short comedy
right away
thing.
Without even thinking of the idea. I'm like, because I like to go like someone like says, what do you think I was gay? And I go, I think that's repulsive and you should cut that out. And then they're like, are you not supportive of the homosexual? And I go, no, but you can go find anyone else to be supportive. Every single other person in Seattle will be supportive. Why would you waste time talking to the one homophobe? I'm the only one. There's none left. I'm the last homophobe. In fact, I'm not even that homophobic because I'm like, please go be gay. Just have fun with it. I'm just not supportive because I'm the last homophobe. I'm the one. I'm the only one. I hate that shit.
And nobody told me it was like the Highlander.
Plus, I'm also closet gay. Like I actually like it, but I can't say so because I have to hate it because You're supposed to.
'Cause I'm the last of the homophobic
Right.
homosexuals.
Right. I'm a real man. Don't you
Yeah,
see?
I'm the last of a
All of
great
you are
generation.
gay. I don't want to be gay because it's a. Don't you remember if someone was gay, you made fun of them and they were stupid and low and they were like a girl sissy. You know what
And
I
you
mean? I'm not
threw
a
them
sissy. I'm
into
not
the
a sissy. I'm
locker.
a real man. I'm a real man.
Yeah, I made a point. I make sure that I don't wear the panties.
If I want to go to a bathhouse late at night in a disguise and fuck, that's different. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
here
with
in
my
this light of day, I'm a real man. I'm
you
not.
know, in
I'm
this
not.
short, it shows you going into the bathhouse and you have like googly eyes on with the falling eyeballs or something like
Yeah,
super like
come
you can
out,
move.
my mouth dripping with
Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah,
whatever cum or
but
whatever.
that would be great. That would be awesome. Like a little short sketch, like Twilight Zone. You know,
Yeah.
remember the Twilight Zone? They always had episodes like that, like an apocalyptic.
We'll
Like you
put it
remember
together. You got to get Juggalo Jake in there and film it. Film it
the.
up.
I don't know. I wonder if Jake's in for the sake of acting is willing to do weird gay shit.
No, he's just to film it. He's a
Oh, you're right.
filmmaker.
Have him do the
He
camera.
doesn't have to act like he's gay. I'm not trying to make
Well, hey
Juggalo
man, I
Jake.
thought you were gonna. Yeah, I thought you were gonna try and throw Bruce into this. But if you want
I
Jake to
would
do
throw
it,
Bruce into it, but Bruce has a problem. He doesn't know how to. He doesn't know how
well,
to.
he's
He
got a
doesn't know
little
how to
issue.
collaborate at
It's
all. He can't. He can't.
teamwork.
He's incapable of collaborating at all.
It's the worst. It's like I actually love it when people have better ideas. Yeah, it makes me feel a little
Right?
sad
They're
because
like
I want to have a
excited.
better
They're
idea. Like
excited to express the idea.
I'm a little sad, yeah, because like I actually wish that I was always the one that had the best ideas, but
Sure. Yes.
I'm actually really thrilled because a better idea is better than the idea that we already had.
Plus, I have a lot of ideas that are good. I think, but I also am excited. I want other people to hear them and to branch off of the idea. Like add to it. That's how you add to it. That's how you make it good. You add more to it. But I don't know
Go
anybody who can do that. Nobody I've known in comedy can actually get together and figure out how to put something together. And it's really bizarre, actually, because here I'll give you an example. Jason McBride is actually an accomplished writer who's wrote like movie reviews. So he actually can talk. He understands movie structure and screenplays and how to make an
Hey,
actual
not to interrupt.
narrative movie. And
Let
he is like another movie expert.
We're gonna take this phone call real quick. Pause for
Oh,
interruption. I don't know.
okay. All right.
Hello? Hello? We're finding out. It said scam likely. Oh, I hope they didn't hear that. Oh, they just hung up because they heard that. Fuck. We are so close,
likely.
Casey. We almost had our first caller because I can Bluetooth phone calls.
Oh.
Imagine, dude.
Oh,
could-
have someone call. Why not? Get in there.
No, I'm saying like if I got actual like solicitation call and we picked up and fucked with them together
Yeah.
and we can record it and it's hella
Why don't
funny.
you have a person call?
That's cool too, but we're not that famous yet.
What do you mean? You just tell any of your friends to call. You don't have to-
Okay, hey Roberta, you should call me. Do you have my phone number, Roberta? I see the one viewer again. Hey Roberta, if you're here, you have my phone number. I'll give it to you. Casey wants us to
I
have
haven't
a
really
caller.
had the opportunity to talk to somebody who has rubber toes before. Do the kids like it? Do the kids like it? Where's the kids? Hey! The kids love it.
That's not the kid.
That's fucking comedy. That's fucking comedy right there. That's comedy. Who needs Shane Gillis? Who needs Shane Gillis? I'm a big fat white-headed fuck too. You know? Why can't we get Shane Gillis on? That's what Shane Gillis would say if we asked him to come on.
What?
Shane Gillis, if we asked him to come on, he'd go, "Meh, meh, 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 meh."
Okay, if I were to make a list of comics who are super huge that there's a chance they would be on here, I would say, I bet you, Shane Gillis, Tim Dillon is another one.
Oh.
I think if I accidentally or happenstantly was in the same proximity with Tim Dillon, I think he would actually rather enjoy me, my personality, and who I am. I really
maybe
do.
me too. If I
Oh.
yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're with me, then obviously we all remember Stanhope.
Oh yeah.
Remember? That was fun.
Yeah.
I got you. Do you still got the ashtray, even though you have to quit smoking or
I
stop?
think I have it. I don't know.
I hope you do.
I haven't really
It's
quit
got his
smoking.
dead dog
I've
on
been
it.
having one, I've been smoking every Tuesday.
for those at home who don't know, we went to the Doug Stanhope show right during the break of COVID. We all caught it because he gave it to us at the show
Caught COVID.
intentionally. Yeah, Stanhope made a point. He's like, the doors are locked, the ventilation's turned off, and I'm
And he's
giving
like,
you all COVID
I'm gonna rape you.
with COVID from
And then
my
he raped us
that I
with a
just caught.
COVID tipped dick.
Yeah,
He
and
put
then he
COVID.
proceeded to
You know how
tell
you
us,
rub COVID right on the tip and then you stick it in.
yeah. Okay, everybody,
No,
make a line,
ironically
everyone.
enough, I took a COVID test today.
Oh, fun. No, I said, everybody, make a line. Jeff Ross roasts his audience. I force my dick in their mouths.
Oh, Dougie.
No, stand up was wonderful, wasn't he? Though
He was fine. The
That
show
was-
was great.
remember when it was right before it broke on us, and then we were like, oh God, that might have been our last ever chance to see comedy.
It was actually the last time to see Norm, because I saw Norm a month before that show with my friend Marcus Netters down at the Moore Theater. It was literally like a month. I think that one was in February, and I think Norm was in January
Okay.
2020. And anyway, Norm, they shut down the pandemic, and I think he never got back to doing live shows. So that was actually one of the last live shows. He released a special recently, and the special was all the material I saw in January. So
Matter of fact, for those who follow along, everything we say is truth, theoretically, here now. That was actually the last show live that Norm ever did. That Casey was actually at Norm Macdonald's last live show.
I do not know if it was the last show. It was he had to interrupt the tour because the pandemic shut down. But I don't think he got back to doing shows.
No.
Even though it was allowed, some people are back, but he just never got. Some people never. The pandemic happened and they never went back to comedy. You know what I mean? You know a lot of people like that.
You turned me on to it, but he did that very fun thing where he would do the phone call things from home.
Oh yeah, that was good. That was good.
So he made do with what he had, and he started having fun with it at home. And then
like all of us did with our Zoomy shows and all that.
Oh yeah, my Zoomy shows. Remember that? Oh,
you had a good Zoomy show.
It wasn't the worst show. It was
fun.
You
took a break to fight the power. That's how I remember it.
Yeah, well, I had to. I mean,
the media and the government told you that you had to, so then everybody had to at that time.
You know what though? Like, no, I was there just because of Eagle-san and his family. That's it.
I know, but it was like now is the time in which we protest, even though there's still injustice was before and after. But right at that time, everybody was like, "News press button must go protest now."
I recognize.
Must go burn Target. Target must be burned.
Actually, that was an insider job. We have evidence. I have photographs. The police literally were breaking in that bitch. It was awesome. I was like, fuck yeah, go Seattle PD, go, you gangster fuckers. Kidnap those children and fuck up that Target. But I wish they would have hit Starbucks instead, personally.
I saw there was some kind of battery
matching
it that one time. But yeah. I'm pretty sure that generally speaking...
No, you know what? No, I'm all about it. They were already going broke, so they were really smart, you know? Those cop cars were insured. Why not blow them up? You know, it's matter of convenience that the police department had a few insurance things that got took care of.
Okay.
I'm just inferring here. I don't know.
I know. You're doing the best you can.
You brought up the riots. I don't even.
You're doing the
riots.
best you can with what you got.
Look, all I know is it might sound fucked up, but I didn't give a fuck. I just went down there because I wanted to make sure my buddy was okay, that he could do what he wanted to do.
No, it's understandable. It's good.
And also, it was kind of interesting. It's like social science to me is fascinating, and I love my city. Like I love Seattle's. Just observing how the people are, it fascinates the fuck out of me.
That's fine. I never accomplished anything either, so I can't say shit.
Well, I have curiosities, right?
Like I have a lot of comedy talent, but I can't achieve any success. So it's like a cyclical mental illness thing. We have to somehow confront it. Like we don't want to do it or whatever it is. We must not want it or something. I don't know what it is. Or you want to, or it's like an adventure. You're just trying to see. We're all just experiencing the world, seeing it in our own way, and then we can only be where we are at.
You are very talented though, but it's more.
The Jews control space. That's all I know.
Which ones? Which ones?
The Jews.
Yeah, but which ones?
Orange Jews.
Oh yeah, they're all right though. I like the green
Jews?
the green one.
Orange Jews.
Yeah, Oh, I like the green scaly ones
Hey, I have a
personally.
new joke. Because I know you're talking about being, what was it, a transvestite or whatever, transsexual.
I was just talking about the green scaly Jewish.
Oh no, before, I mean earlier you were talking about the transvestites or transsexual or going to
Ha-
the bathhouse and just having a talk with
has
the.
anyone actually seen the queen's body yet? I have to ask,
Oh,
because there's a
fuck, here
theory out
we
there that
go.
she's a reptile in a flesh suit.
She's not a fucking reptile. Jesus. Quit. What the fuck?
And we're back to logic. What's up, Casey?
People are just so dumb these days. You know what I actually heard today? It was by Lizzie Stanton. Actually, it was like a meme picture or whatever. I put it on Facebook. It was like something about how cars cause all this damage to the environment, and then they said that if you make a car electric, there's still all this damage because one of the things that cars do is they run over animals. You know, a lot of animals are run over by cars, and I go,
Look,
okay,
highway turtles is a serious fucking thing.
right, serious problem. Only except for not at all a serious problem because nobody gives a fuck about rodents or
If
raccoons.
they did, they would have built a fence on the fucking highway by now. For
Right.
those turtles get slaughtered every year.
Also, the whole reason for a car is so like you're trying to get down to the lake so you and your friends can have fun. You know, the lake's like an hour and a half away when you're going to go there to play and have a barbecue. But if you walked there, it would take like 8 hours. So if you run over a person on the way there, who gives a fuck? You're going to get to the fucking lake. That's the whole reason for the car. So all the environmental struggle and all the everything, all that is just incidental to just getting somewhere fast.
And
Get
they
somewhere
were
fast.
the real issue was just that we didn't insure the rental car.
Totally.
That was the only real problem
Thank
at the end of
you.
the day. We
Thank you
should
for
have
being the voice
gotten
of
the
reason.
insurance.
Thank you for being the voice of reason.
Do you know how much they charge to clean up that blood and guts from
Why
it?
can't I be as smart as you are?
Well, genetics, I presume.
Oh, you're saying I got shitty genetics?
No, I'm saying you're the one person that's a better joke writer than I could ever be.
Hey, come on now.
No, it's true. If anybody thinks I'm funny, it's probably because I'm telling jokes that you improved.
No, that's not true at all. You are not able to improve my jokes.
And now it's time for our daily ignore this bullshit telling me to meditate. Fuck meditate.
Actually, you know what? You have a joke. You have a joke that you wrote
Yeah,
that
did.
I
What?
took from you, and I use it
Currently or in the past?
currently, in that I could use it anytime and get laughs. You know what it is? It's a transitional joke. It's a transitional joke that you just slip in between two other jokes. It's
Oh,
like
okay. I thought you meant trans.
somebody said the other day that somebody said the other day that you can't tell Nazi jokes anymore. And I was like, I don't know, man. I've never even seen a Nazi. In fact, if you ask me, I'd have to say that I have not seen one. And every time when I laugh, the whole crowd laughs because it's just so stupid.
Yeah,
But
it
I
is
know how
stupid.
to tell it. You wrote it, but I knew how to tell it.
I mean, yeah. Well,
You could easily say it and get laughs with it. All you have to do is say it that rhythm.
Right, yeah.
You have to
yeah.
have no shame that it's so fucking stupid that you shouldn't even be saying that. And that's the whole reason why it's funny.
And for those who tune in appropriately to the Instagram, they would know there's actually evidence of Casey telling this joke, but it was when you were doing it on the stage that is now not there no more.
Oh no,
So
I
now
told it at the town pub. I got it recorded and it got big.
But I'm talking about the one, if you remember when you actually were like, CJD, that's how you tell the joke.
Oh yeah, I remember that
At the
shit.
park, yeah.
I was on
lovely.
fire that time. I remember.
Oh, it was beautiful. Yeah, I have it on record. Yeah, it's wonderful.
But I mean, it's a joke because you could slip it in right after a joke where it doesn't even make sense to use it.
Oh,
Like
I love it. Yeah,
Like it breaks the rhythm and it doesn't. And it's like someone also is expecting something serious when you mention Nazism. They think it's going to be, and then it's totally just dumb shit. And then that's what nobody wants to be really confronted with real Naziness. You know,
Of course.
they never
Yeah,
stay away from
yeah.
that shit. It's always got to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the point. That's actually the ultimate point. Because the key
Yeah, it
is
is the
like,
ultimate point. Nobody gives a fuck about racism at all.
you want two things. You want, number one, you want to help alleviate their stress through laughter. And then
Yeah.
number two, you theoretically want to leave them thinking.
I used to think that too, because now I don't even want to make them think. I feel like maybe, but mostly just want to
alleviate their stress. Yeah.
But maybe
I'm
do
with
the
you.
joke
I'm
has
with you.
some slight intelligence to it.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
then and
very
you can
minor. I would say 75% relieve their tension and stuff. 25%, a little bit of thinking.
I forgot to put the recording in progress on my door.
Oh,
Because
so
where I live, there's just people and stuff, so it's kind of funny sometimes. Like, I'm not doing nothing crazy, but did I tell you what happened? I didn't get in trouble, but he's like, "Oh, what's
you
going
in
on?"
trouble?
Well, I was doing an audition in my room, and I didn't have anything to let anyone know. So
Oh,
the character was like this scumbag who didn't want to pay the prostitute after fucking her, and like it
oh,
leads in with the lines that he's already calling her like you're fucking trash, you're a piece of shit, you know, like all this shit. So I'm reading the lines and I'm giving
uh,
the full on. Some people thought that I was being like that was a real thing going on, not realizing they were in Los Angeles and that that might be
oh.
somebody doing a fucking
Who are you
what
interviewing?
what no, this was an audition for a character for a part.
Oh, who was auditioning you?
These like Hispanic dudes. They
Oh,
were
okay.
kind of cool. Like it was interesting. I got through to the second round, and
Oh,
then
oh,
the
they just
second round was the one where they were like, "Hey, can you scum it up more? And can you be more this?" And I'm like, "All right, yeah, sure." And I did it, but the people overheard me.
you dead at.
Like the lines were things like, "You're fucking human garbage."
Oh,
The lines were like, "I could bury you and nobody would find out."
I could fucking bury you.
So can you imagine on the other side of the
Sounds
door
like
are these
something Al
fucking
Pacino would say.
Airbnb people? Yeah, I know, total Pacino shit. I could kill you
I
and
could
nobody would
fucking
know.
bury you. What makes you think you could have a baby? I can't even have a baby like. Say hello to my little friend.
Nobody puts baby in the corner. They put baby in the cradle.
Yay! Anyway, the joke I was thinking recently was that I went to see a kidney doctor, and he said, hey, you're probably going to die soon. Punchline. No, he didn't say that. What he said was, your kidneys are really bad. And then I started to cry, and he was like, anyway, now I have a gynecologist. He got me. He got me because for my vagina. See, because he said your kidneys are really bad, but your vagina is really good. Your vagina. The good news is your vagina works good. You fucking bitch. Okay, I'm still working on it. I'm sorry.
It's good though. It is like it's
It's
good.
got to hit him out the blue. You can't miss a word. If it doesn't hit him out the blue, they don't laugh.
Yeah, I've been working on this one. I don't know if I've told you this one yet. This one's kind of fun. It's like
No, it's
so
fine.
I realized recently like I'm not sure if I'm breaking out because been eating all that Domino's pizza or it's the crack. Like I'm
Ah,
like here's the thing.
hey,
I've been really erratic lately, and I have a hard time sleeping, and I'm not sure if that's just the social economic depression or the crack.
that's tough
And
one.
then like I just so like I've been working with that concept of like so it's three things, but the ultimate punchline is I keep saying or is it the crack? I thought that was fun. Maybe I don't know. What do you think?
Crack is fun.
No,
Have a,
but yeah.
have a
It
crack
is.
party.
It's not the worst. I mean,
The
I
yellow,
prefer
yellow, the
straight
little yellow
cocaine.
rocks.
I ultimately would prefer straight cocaine, but
Oh, okay.
I mean
It's
like
hard.
from the
It's
plant.
expensive. It's
Oh,
expensive.
realistically, I would love the plant. I'd just be chewing on the plant like a farmer.
It's expensive. I understand. I understand. I
Fuck, dude, it's
understand,
illegal.
man.
The
I
plant.
don't
Oh.
know if it's the crack or the crack.
Dude, that's not a bad. Yeah, that's a good one. So then the final
Is
one
it the
is that
crack or
both
the
things,
crack?
or it's at the crack. I like that. I'm gonna work that one. See if that works. Yeah. Yeah, because like you get the idea though. It's silly.
Look, I do not smoke crack.
Dude, you know how like we can be honest here. For the most part, females aren't funny.
Oh my god,
I know
controversial.
how the audacity of what you bring out of me. But
Did
no,
I
in all
say? I
reality
didn't tell
though,
you to say that.
not at all.
I'm
You just always are.
effeminate.
You're encouraging me always to be honest,
Oh yeah. Okay.
and you're like, stop that bullshit. You know
Be
you want to
honest
fuck.
unless you have something to say that people won't like.
Look, you're
Then
right, Kate. You're right, Casey. There have been a few times I did see Emily, and I did think, you know what, I could probably fuck that for sure. You are right. Okay.
Ah, there we go.
You know, nah, but actually, there are some very talented and funny women. That's what I'm getting at. You know, last night,
Right, there is.
Sarah's group. So I followed a bunch of them. I'm gonna try and find out more. But like, fuck, dude, they were actually very talented, and they've been here for like 10 years. That's what was the trip. And one of them, she told me, she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be on SNL." And then her friend's like, "Yeah, in a couple years." And I was like, "Oh shit." I
You
wonder,
got
you
on.
know. Well, no, the one of the girls that got cast actually cut too. We can add this
Hey,
back in. I
I
had
need to
it
make
up.
these onions for the steak.
Do you grill them or butter? I like butter.
I don't know. I was thinking of trying to find some new way to cook them or something.
Oh, this is the other dude.
I don't think I want caramelized onions. I just maybe cook them in butter.
Well, caramelized, you need a certain temperature. Otherwise, yeah, you can
Yeah, I
probably
make
just use
caramelized
butter,
onions a
right?
lot. I make them really good, but I don't know if I want to put them on my ribeye. I usually have them on top of ground beef. I'll make a hamburger patty, then I'll make really good caramelized onions and put it on top, and that's tasty for me. Oh, here we go. Ribeye with caramelized onions and mushrooms. Ooh.
This girl just got cast on SNL.
Oh, okay. Who is she?
I'm not sure. Meet Brick Molly.
Oh,
Cool
yeah,
ass
yeah. I
fuck.
saw her name on the list of people.
Yeah, so she seems pretty chill, but like
You met her?
no, I've not I don't think so unless she was there last night and I didn't
What do you mean
know.
her picture seems chill?
Well, you know, I'll show you. Seeing these
Her
though,
picture of her
I didn't really
face.
look at it. Like I'm just
The
looking at it
picture of her
now.
face seems really chill.
Well, this is League of Her Own. I haven't watched it yet, but they just come out with a TV show. I wonder if she's on it. That'd be interesting. But no, this is what I was gonna say. I saw this picture and I was
Okay.
like, oh, okay, okay. It makes a little more sense then why she got cast in general. Because if you see, it's like, oh, Cleveland show. She opened for Squirm, so she's friends with Sarah. Like that's what I'm saying. So these girls last night, for all I
Okay.
know, she was at the show last night, and I didn't even know because
Oh,
I saw a lot of people that were probably, but you don't know unless you know. So there was a
okay.
lot of like there was probably people there that actually work for like for all I fucking know. You know what I mean? That's how it is though. It's unless you know who you're looking for.
Marcelo Hernandez.
Yeah, I don't know. This guy looks fun just on his picture. He
Don
looks
Rickles is a new member of the Saturday Night Live. Finally, he's recognized after all these
about
years.
fucking time. The heckle G.
About fucking time, 2 days before death. You know, nice of them to recognize him, Lauren. His
Hey,
before 2 days before Lauren dies. You know,
does
least
this
he
look
can do.
familiar to you?
Club comedy. Yeah.
You
Is
know what
that
I'm saying?
Marcelo Hernandez?
This is no, this is the Michael Longfellow guy.
Oh, he's
This
from
is the guy you're like, I
Seattle.
don't know this guy.
He's
What I'm
from
telling you is he's
Seattle.
been in Seattle for sure. He's me and him have played all the same clubs.
He's been in Seattle.
Yeah, let's see if he's funny though, right? How do you big frame it? Let's see. Can I Is it big screen? Can you see it?
I mean, I'm trying to enlarge it on my thing, but I cannot.
No,
I'm
I'm
just doing
not.
like enlarge like a photo.
I drive around.
So yeah,
Can
I
you
can
hear
get,
can you
I can
hear
get
it?
closer.
All right, we just don't know when it starts. That's the thing.
I
So
could hear the tiny bit of laughter that you allowed me to hear, and then you cut it
yeah,
off.
no, I'm gonna push play now. Let's see.
Hungry.
I just don't know where it
I send that
starts.
email, and I forget. Every forest fire burns more acres than I knew existed. Every time they're like, the fires burn 2 million acres. I'm like, I'm gonna be on fire any second. That's gotta be most of the world. 2 million acres. How much do we gotta be running low on acres? Every year, all these acres. And I'll get all charged up and be like, we should do something, you know? Gotta stop these acres getting burned. But then I drive around and all the acres I care about are okay. So I'm just like, I'm hungry. I'm gonna send that email. And I forget. Every forest fire.
I hate it.
Yeah, I know, but he
know
took
why?
the why?
It's too much like mine.
Well, no, it is not.
It is. He's like, hi, I'm. Look how easy I am to make laughs. I don't even have to try. You know what he sounds like? He sounds like. He sounds like. I mean that actor. You know the guy, the great actor, the one on Pulp Fiction. You know the watch. So he give me the watch. Put this uncomfortable hunk of metal in my ass. I kept it.
You know what he sounds like to me? You know what he looks like to me?
No.
A person who I saw when he was just getting started at comedy and I'd already been doing it for a filthy second. who's literally doing the same shit that I fucking did on stage in front of him. You know that shrug shit?
Huh?
The shrug shit like this, look. You know that awkward presence? You know my style and cadence and pattern? Yeah, you're right. Similar to you, but way more than me. That's my point.
Oh, no, I don't do it. I mean, I was just talking about the deadpan. It's like trying to be like Norm Macdonald, like a little bit Norm Macdonald, like effortless.
It's like this. If you don't have truly funny shit, play it off like it's funny anyway. The difference is your shit's funny. His shit.
That's true. I write
What did he
legit
just talk
punchlines.
about forest fires for a good fucking?
Yeah, it's kind of like
the punchline was that he doesn't give a shit about
it's like
forest fire.
dumb guy comedy, but it's like people like it because of the cadence. It works.
Yeah.
It works for him. But
But
you know,
my
the actor
character,
sounds
my
like,
voices
right?
and shit
What's
are
the name of
better.
that actor that I can't think of? Fucker.
What? Who you're trying to think of? I don't know, man. John
The actor
Travolta's
from Pulp Fiction. He's super
John Travolta.
famous.
John
Huh?
Travolta. John Travolta's the
No.
only person that I thought of when you said Pulp Fiction. I'm
No,
like John
you know
Travolta.
the fucking the Iron Maiden, the Bruce Dickinson. I put on my pants one leg at a time.
Walking.
More cowbell, more fucking cowbell.
You talking about walking?
Yes, Christopher Walken. I gotta
That's
have more
what-
cowbell, baby.
Walking. You're talking walking
But he's
here.
his,
You're talking walking.
His talking is like a little bit of Christopher Walken in there. The pauses and shit. Hey,
Talking like walking. Where
I'm
you
talking like walking. Yeah.
put it in the weird spot. No necessary though,
Yeah.
but why
Put it in
not?
the weird
Because
spot.
it's
So he
like
put the-
sure, fuck
So he
right.
kept the fucking
No.
hunk of metal up his ass. You know?
Definitely not a buffer.
Anyway, he might be talented. I don't know. He looks like a young comic.
You know what? He looks like a person who's fuck. How the fuck, you motherfucker? I guess he's just
Hey,
because
if
he's
Jimmy
more
Fallon
friendly
can do it,
and more.
if Jimmy
no,
Fallon can do it, he can do it.
that's not even a fair comparison. Fallon can play guitar. I don't think this guy can.
Yeah, but you're more talented than Jimmy Fallon, so.
Okay, I am definitely better than Jimmy at certain things.
Jimmy
but
Fallon became
he is
a
a
worldwide
far
superstar,
better
but he's
musician than
he's
I
not
am.
good. He's not good at anything that I can.
I could say I probably have a better control of my habit. I wait at least till afternoon.
You probably are better at acting or doing comedy. Also, he's
Well,
not
I'm
good.
allowed to drink. I'm allowed to drink at 10 a.m. now because it's football season.
Although one thing Jimmy Fallon is good is at making people like him, so that's obviously a good skill.
That's what I was saying. This motherfucker's likable. But the fun thing about Jimmy though, like what I'm saying is true, honest to God respect. He is capable of doing musical impression because he can play the music.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, and he also is a good dancer. I saw him dancing. I was like, whoa, this guy has some talents.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have a lot of talents for the verbal part that we all like, the doing comedy, the acting, that kind of stuff that we can't do. That most of us are like, I'm not good at dancing or playing music, but usually I can do things where you talk. And then I always see him and I go, he's not particularly good at jokes or anything like that, or acting.
Yo,
I always found him kind of unimpressive as an actor.
I was thinking about something. What if I start like copying? So I start doing more of the gross out material on stage, right? And then I literally go to all these same locations that I've already performed at and get on the same stages and copy his fucking profile style.
Who?
This here, I'll share it again so you can see. He's an Arizona comic, I'm pretty sure, almost 100, because that's when I met him, was in Arizona.
Who?
This guy. Longfellow.
Oh, Longfellow.
Yeah. See, he's
Right
got
from Arizona?
this is the Arizona jersey on.
Where you got that?
JP's comedy I can
like
play
him.
at. Yeah, but mine's real. This is a joke. That's a Randy Johnson costume, probably is my guess.
Oh, okay.
But no, I've played at all these same spots. JP's club is in Phoenix. I know JP. Improv Mania is in
A lot of people have played at them because they're a comedy club. So
Right.
that's what people do at the clubs. I don't know if you know that people go to the clubs and perform. That's what they're. Every day there's new ones that come.
You know what I have that this fucker doesn't?
I thought that was the funniest thing I heard. Shit, dude, I played at Jai Tai, so I'm kind of like Bill Cosby.
Well, more like Jeff Dye, really.
Or Bill Cosby. He played there once in the early 60s.
Wait, did he fucking really play at Jai Tai? No.
So I'm kind of like a rapey nigger.
Wait,
So
are we
sorry.
being honest here? Then yeah, Cosby totally played there then, right?
No, Cosby never played there.
Okay, that's what I fucking thought. All right. But Jeff Dye did perform there.
Dave Chappelle did also, though.
Chappelle probably would play Jai Tai. Chappelle did fucking park comedy. Chappelle used to
He has a
literally
new
do
special, man. I don't know. I haven't seen it. Have you?
I've heard great things about his club.
His club?
Yeah.
Oh, in Ohio?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Rogan's club is opening
And
up.
by great things, I mean I've watched fucking podcasts and interviews.
You what?
I said by hear great things, I mean I've watched interviews and podcasts of people talking about it.
Hey, that counts. What do you mean? There's nothing wrong with that.
I mean,
That's
in
how
theory.
you hear things. You don't hear things by a good recommendation.
It's so true though.
Nothing to be ashamed of.
Nah, shame. What is shame?
Shame is like when you don't want anyone to know about it.
Yeah, but who wants to know about what?
I lost a lot of weight.
Have you lost weight actually? Is it like good or
Yeah.
bad weight loss? Is like
I don't know. I didn't look at the weight to see if it was good or a lot bad. I didn't ask it. I go, is this naughty weight loss or is this good weight loss? And it went, we're so bad. We were naughty. We lost too much weight. It's good weight loss from what I know, because some people have been like, oh my God, that's too much weight. I thought you were doing okay. You're doing, and I go, actually, if I was sick, I'd be like, I would have no energy. I feel really good. I feel like all good weight loss. Like I lost. Anyway, I lost from about 220 to about 186 pounds.
well, that sounds healthy.
It doesn't sound that good. It's like too fast, but it just.
Whoa!
Oh, it's someone
Fuck that.
tie.
My bad, dude. Yeah. My bad.
Is it the legendary Longfellow?
No, this is me.
Oh, it's you.
I was gonna show people a better joke about forest fires
Those were the days, man. Back when you were a Jai Tai. I don't know why you ever left, man.
because Los Angeles is a closer place to find what I need.
You could have took it over and you'd have made Jai Tai better.
No, we should just. I mean, if I do anything in Seattle, we're gonna reopen the Comedy Underground.
Oh yeah, whatever.
Dude, they took the sign down. Darren took a picture like right before they took it down, a couple days before.
The comedy
yeah, the
the
sign
Comedy
is
Underground
gone.
has already been reopened. I went there the other
Not
day.
new location.
No, it's open. It's just now a bum breeding ground.
Folks, he's got jokes.
It's a new tryout camp for bums.
It's a matter of fact, it is a homestead hostel for homeless.
It's a rat-infested bum hole.
It is the new Rat City Central location.
The Rat City has moved to downtown Seattle.
It's officially in the Pioneer District now. Occidental.
The whole area stinks like bum piss.
Dude,
which is not a good smell. I don't know if you recognize that, but it's not good.
Bum piss? I mean piss in general.
Bum piss is not good. No, piss in general smells good. Bum piss, not good.
Yeah, it's dehydrated piss then. Yeah, it's disgusting.
It isn't good. You got to come through and rinse it out.
It's almost
you
as
got to
bad.
use a lot of bleach and everything. I know. I pee
Almost-
in my sink occasionally. I know.
It's almost as bad as the old men in church piss. That shit is just reeking of that coffee.
Oh my God. Speaking of which, I need to make a cup of coffee.
Oh, do you? I was thinking about making some more coffee myself.
I responded to that Pavlovian because it was like because I'm an old man. I went, oh, old man needs to make coffee now.
I'm an old man and I need to mix coffee too.
Allow me to get my old bones up and make us a coffee. Oh, I pressed this on button without having a coffee cup underneath. That's not smart.
Keurig it up, man.
No, it's an espresso.
I want to see.
Nespresso, little better than the Keurig.
That's so loud, man.
You know what I bought that's so bad that you shouldn't have?
What?
I bought this fresh cream.
I like cream.
It's like extra creamy cream in a bottle. And it's
what? Let me see. I didn't see it.
twin bro.
Oh, that's dope, dude. That's the real cream. I love that shit.
Yeah, and
That's
it's got like thick cream on the top, so you have
yeah.
to shake it. But it tastes so good in coffee. I only use it for coffee. I don't even use it for anything else.
Dude, I'm jealous. I need that. I
Like,
got no cream. I'm drinking
oh, you should
black.
go to like a nice grocery store and just buy one for like $3-4. It'll last you a while.
I'm drinking black coffee. I can't even go I gotta go set the coffee up. I have to step away. You got the phone. I'm jealous. You can sit there.
Why can't you?
I gotta go make the. I'm gonna go
Oh,
set
you
it
got
up
to
to
go
make
way
the coffee.
downstairs and shit.
No. That's to smoke cigarettes. I wouldn't do that, dude.
Oh, I thought
But
you meant
no,
you have to go downstairs to get your coffee.
I just have to go through the hallway to the kitchen area, and then I have to pour the coffee into the thing, and then pour the water into the thing, and
Oh,
then turn it
yeah.
on, and then walk back here.
What's the problem?
Well, it's not the worst. You just got to temporarily be entertaining while I have nothing to say.
Oh, I got to entertain nobody.
Hey, you know what? It's the future's audience for a reason. Just talk to your baby that you didn't realize.
Oh, you gonna go make coffee right now?
I'm just gonna go set it up and be right back.
Oh, all right, do what you gotta do.
All right, kids.
So anyway,
Uncle Casey's gonna teach you a lesson.
JD. Oh, sorry, JD. I didn't mean to say. I hope he never comes back and gets hit by a truck. Am I right, people? We're all so funny here. We gotta. Oh, he's killing himself. Oh, he's killing himself. He's doing autoerotic asphyxiation. Yeah, he's jacking off. See, look, he's gonna come right at the same time. That's good. Well, so much for the cup of coffee he was gonna make, and it didn't work out. You're so funny, man. This guy's funny, man. Anyway, long story short, my kidneys are not so good, but my vagina is fine. That's wrong. Don't say that. Sweet garlic and onion rub. Sounds kind of good. Huh. Garlic and onion ribeyes. I think I might make this. This is not going to be interesting to anyone here. I can tell you one thing. I was not born to entertain people. Yeah, this is going to need quite a bit of editing. Yeah. Onion powder. Yeah. Hi-oh. Hey-yo. I'll be back. Brown sugar. Yay! He's back. Yay! Yay! Yay!
I finished my extra salty.
You know what?
I was like, oh, I got a genius idea.
You got a genius idea?
Yeah, I just was like, I brought the coffee maker with me. Fuck it.
That's smart.
Well, I'll put it back when I'm done, but hopefully
You
it's
can do whatever you want with it.
No, not technically.
No, I mean, reasonably speaking, you can't.
Like, I could, but I could potentially I could potentially lose my position here.
Oh, sure, yeah. If you threw it out the window or something, I don't know. Just use it to make coffee with. You'll probably be fine. You'll never get in trouble for that.
Weird.
Yeah.
I muted.
Trying to find spices for my to put stuff on my steaks.
Salt and pepper.
Yeah, I can't use salt anymore.
You can't, or you won't. You're not allowed to. What? You can't
Physically, I could take the salt and put it all over everything, but it's not good for me.
Gotcha. And well, rock salt or Himalayan salt, just a little bit, even.
It doesn't work. I need to put a whole bunch of salt on it, so I use other spices instead.
Garlic powder, then.
Yeah, I need to find my garlic powder. I think I need to buy another one.
I think there's salt in it. I was gonna say Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah, but it might.
So I can use things that have some sodium, but they can't have a lot. 65 65 grams of sodium per teaspoon. That's not very much. It's a good idea, actually. It's not very high in salt.
I
you know what has a lot of salt?
Soy
sauce.
Flavor.
It's like fucking 700 per tablespoon.
That's why they make the no sodium one.
Yeah, and all I can get is low sodium. It doesn't even have no sodium. It has low sodium. It says low sodium, but it's really not that low.
Of course,
500, only 580 milligrams per tablespoon.
You're talking about a culture that invented monosodium glutamate.
Right.
AKA MSG.
It's all good. That's why all those things taste so good, because salt is delicious.
I want more MSG. Put that shit in my tummy. My tummy MSG. Yeah, that Chinese food go quick. Now I gotta take a shit.
That sounds really cool. I wish I knew what that was.
MSG. You know what I'm talking about? That's that monosodium glutamate, baby. That's that shit that makes your stomach inflate and deflate so that things taste great. It's that stuff with that one single mono mean one, and that is sodium mean what it is, which is salt, yo. Then you go glutamate, like the glutamate.
That's right. That makes your gluteus maximus. Fix your faximus.
Nah, that's like, yeah, if you gluteus maximus, fix your paximus. Take them from the slacksmiths, like at the local Gap and shit.
Damn, this new style you be kicking is dope, dog.
Oh, that's
reminiscent of Riff Raff combined with the Farmer Snow guy from back in the day.
Bro, you don't even know.
You don't even know. Those are my idols, man.
That's that Taxi 96 stuff, man. That's my rap. That's my rap character, bro.
That's
He be freestyling and profiling. He's the Super Trolls. He knows what's good. You know what's good? Hey, children, let me tell you a secret.
Yay!
When that man in the van is offering you the candy at the playground,
get in that
you gotta
van.
hold out.
He's got more in
Listen,
there.
kids, he's got more candy. He's only offering you a half candy. No, don't take that little shit. Wait for the king size, kiddies, and then have fun with the man. Don't worry, but make sure you ask for a contract next time, because he's gonna ask you to blow him.
Hey, did you hear the one, what happened to me the other day?
No,
I was walking up the hill to White Center to my mom's. I was walking up the hill, and I was wearing a welder's mask.
Yeah.
Because I was very concerned about COVID. You know how I am, very COVID conscious.
With the shield, like a welder?
Yeah, I'm very COVID conscious. I wanted to make sure I didn't get COVID. So I was wearing the welder's mask, and this guy came up in a truck, and he was like, "Hey, get in, kid." You know? And I go, I know I'm too old for someone to say get in, kid. So just pretend it was like a 150-year-old guy. This 150-year-old guy. He was like, "Get in, kid," and I got in, and he was like, "Hey, you wanna suck my cock?" You know? And I was like, "No, I don't want to suck your cock at all," you know? And then he was like, "How about maybe I suck on your cock for a while," you know? And then I was like, "No, I don't want that at all. I just want to go up to the top of the hill." And he was like, "How about maybe we pull over up the road a little bit, and I fuck you up the ass," you know? And I was like, "No, I don't like this." And I go, "Oh, I understand what the problem is. I'm not actually a welder."
Right. And
Because
it makes
all he
sense.
likes is he's sexually attracted to welders. So
Yeah, and
that's the punchline.
the welding helmet is effective against that Seattle sunshine.
Right. My new favorite punchline, by the way, is now that was the punchline.
I can see where the future's audience, yeah, right? I could see where the future's audience would be concerned about this, but no matter of fact, Casey is not calling it white center because he likes the wording. It is actually called white center. It was one of the first gentrification projects of what was little bit of
Is that how
considered.
it is in LA that you actually have to think that way?
Not at all, but I'm just goofing. The Seattle though,
Sure. Are you sure?
the most projects of Seattle, let's say, right? Yesler Terrace is a good example. I remember
Anyway,
many a circumstances.
that was the punchline.
Hey, you remember Phoenix, aka Ben? Remember Ben? Remember Ben?
That was the punchline.
Yeah, but better topic. People at home might not know, but you and I know Benjamin. Remember him?
No.
Yes, you do. You know. Currently, unfortunately, locked up for the unfortunate circumstance of getting himself caught.
Who?
Oh, would it be better if I called him by his superhero identity, Phoenix Jones, Mister?
Oh, okay. Yeah, it would be because that way that's how you identify people by using their name.
Their superhero identities.
It's like
You mean?
what's that guy? You know, the guy with the suit on. The thing.
I was calling him Ben because you know him, so you knew, but then
Never
you
knew
didn't
him as
realize.
Ben before, so I can't remember.
Oh, really? Yeah, that was. But remember, he would go to the comedy scene a little, and
Yeah,
he was around, and
I knew him from poker.
yeah, totally, yeah, he was the best. He was selling drugs while also simultaneously stopping drug deals and bar brawls.
I
But
don't know. I don't know. I hope he's
but
doing
one
okay. I
time he
heard
got
he
in
was on
trouble.
trial, but I don't know how if he ever got sentenced.
Oh, he did. 2020 February.
Oh, bummer.
He was fighting it. He's still fighting it, I'm sure. But it's like you can only do so much at some point. I think
What did he get sentenced to?
they arrested him with like I think it was like 4 grams of coke bagged out in individual.
Oh, do you know what his sentence was? How long are you going to be locked up?
Probably not too bad. But the superhero, he did his own destruction for the Seattle superhero community anyway. But dude, that was 2020. He's probably out now that I think about it.
Oh, I don't know. Good question. I'll have to look it up.
I mean, it's a trip, dude. I've been thinking like I saw a couple of them by the way, when I was at those marches. They were around.
Who?
A few of the leftover like the people like they were in their civilian clothes, but the people from the Seattle superhero community.
Oh. Oh shit! It says Phoenix Jones' death. When I typed in
What?
Phoenix Jones, that was the first thing that came up.
Phoenix is dead?
I don't know.
I was gonna say shit. I remember like we still joke about it at the Pike Place Market, but I'll be like talking about he's an overglorified narc. But I was
Oh, here's a
friendly.
picture
I
of him.
liked
That's
him.
kind of tight.
What's that?
There's a picture of him from back in the day with a flat top. That's kind of tight.
Oh yeah, when he had his hair off. Yeah, I could pull it up probably, or you can share. Can you share? I don't know. I could probably pull it up. People at home curious what we're.
What
talking
happened
about.
to Phoenix Jones?
Huh, nothing. Poor guy.
Phoenix Jones came from behind and pepper sprayed.
That
dancing, having a good time.
Well, he did that at the Mayday riots. Was the last
Breaking
time
up a
he had.
fight. Yeah, yeah.
He also here's him with his flat top. What Casey was talking about. He is. He looks filthy. I remember when he did the mask reveal. That shit cracked me up.
Yeah.
His real name Benjamin. See, people know I'm not full of shit. He's pretty dope though. Like in the long haul, he's not like the worst person in the world. He just, I mean, what he was doing is like. Here's the thing though, man. People don't realize like drug dealers be giving back to the community. That's normal too. So
Huh?
he was clever is all. He just was like, but he wasn't
He
dealing the
didn't
best
die,
drugs.
dude. Right? Good thing was.
Was because Phoenix Jones doesn't. It's not active. There's no superhero Phoenix Jones anymore.
He didn't die though, so he's not up in the past. He's just in jail.
No, Benjamin is alive. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Did he retire his persona?
I just like it'd be like if I was talking about Batman is dead, but Bruce Wayne's still around.
Okay.
Because when I'm talking about him, I was talking about past tense because it was when he was a superhero. or not super, but you know what I mean. When he was a civilian
Hey,
hero,
word up.
vigilante, if you will, vigilante. He's a vigilante.
Arrest record. Injury.
Press coverage.
Career. Oh yeah, I forgot I watched him on the mixed martial arts. I remember watching him one time, one of his fights.
Yeah, he was in the early, like the first bouts that they used the warm up fights.
They only had like 5 of them, so I remember I saw one of them.
The Seattle local, yeah, the MMA shit. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
think it. Yeah, I think
I
like
think
at
I
the
watched it in
casinos
Kaufman.
and shit. That's why he would gamble at the casinos. Probably you met him through that too. I'm sure.
Yeah. Just at regular card rooms a couple times. He sat
I would
next.
have been a trip. I bet you could have seen Norm if you were at the fucking racetracks or something when he was in town.
Oh, that would have been cool. I would
Yeah.
if I lived down in LA when he was alive.
No, I mean when in Seattle, like at Emerald Downs or something. Because I bet you Norm would go to the tracks when he was in town.
Oh, sure, but he was not there that much. He lived in LA.
Yeah.
They have racetracks there too, right? You ever go to the track?
I haven't not since I moved to Los Angeles. No.
I don't even know what they have right now. Does Glendale have a track? I don't even know.
Oh, let's look it up. California racetracks.
All right. His name is Benjamin John Francis Fodor.
I used to just call him BJ.
Born in Texas. He was the leader of the Rain City superhero movement
That's what I
until
was talking about. Yeah.
2014.
Yeah, they disbanded. Yeah, they had
They're
to.
gonna patrol. They patrolled the streets, breaking up fights.
So there's one in Inglewood, I guess. It's called Hollywood Park.
Oh yeah, Hollywood Park. Yeah, I've seen it on digital on the at the Seattle one. You can.
Oh yeah, I love that. I used to do that in Phoenix. Like go to the local bar that you could bet on the tracks at. Yeah.
On the days when Emerald Downs is closed, when the season's over, you can still just go down there and go up the escalator, and there's a whole room of like off-track betting of other sites.
There's Los Alamitos, or however you say it, probably Los Alamitos, I'm guessing, or Alamitos. Los Alamitos, I'm
Oh
guessing.
yeah,
That's in Cypress, California. That's a dope ass fucking name. And then Santa Anita Park in Arcadia. Dude, Arcadia is another pretty cool name.
Arcadia.
Yeah. There's no Arcadia in Seattle. But we do have Troll Street, so fuck everybody. Ain't nobody we got Troll Street. That's best fucking name ever.
Seattle City Attorney Pete Holmes has called Jones a deeply misguided individual.
Yeah. Dude, they made him a whole fucking thing. Del Mar, California. There's Del Mar Racing.
Oh yeah, Del Mar. That one's famous.
And there's another one there also. So Del Mar's the spot, it looks like, because there's also one called Surfside.
You should start going to the racetrack.
I mean, I don't have a vehicle for starters.
You what?
I don't have a vehicle for starters.
Oh, you just take the bus over to the racetrack.
Yeah, I'll look up the closest one, but I told
You'll
Emily,
get into
I
it,
don't
maybe-
want to. I don't want to go unless I go with like Emily and stuff because she's fun, so she'll wear the big hats and stuff. Like I'm trying to get her and her friends to
Oh
come
yeah,
out.
ask her to go.
I want her to go to the tracks with me so we can do a whole thing. Because I'll wear my thing and I'll have my cigar and my fucking brandy sifter, and then she'll have her big ass fucking hats
There you
and her
go.
friend
That's
will
the
have
way
a
to
big
go.
hat, and they'll go and buy their fucking overpriced shit, and I'll be happy that I'm not her boyfriend, that he has to pay for it.
I've been with Andy a few times. Not the same as going with Emily.
Well, you've been with who?
Andy Harder.
Oh yeah, Andy's not quite the same as Emily, but similar.
No, not very similar.
I don't know. They both have blue eyes,
Sure, yeah, nothing wrong with Andy. He's a good.
and they're both melanin. You know, like
But it's different. I
They
like
both
how he
have-
does it though. He doesn't. He's easy to hang out with there. He doesn't try to fuck with how you bet or anything like that.
oh yeah, you don't need that energy.
We just
especially.
chat and we bet, and then we go back. I think if I did it every day again, I'd get pretty good at it because it's just intuitive. You get an idea, you get a feel for what you're betting, and you can actually win a little money if you're smart.
I used to give this guy right here so much shit. And I didn't mind this guy. He was pretty nice. You know,
January 2020, he was arrested, but it doesn't say anything about being sentenced.
Oh, really?
Must be that means it's still waiting to be. Why would it take so long to be sentenced? I don't fucking know.
Oh yeah, see, it was recent. Yeah, it was 2022. I thought it was even 2020, but it was very
No, it was
recent.
2020, January 9th.
Okay, yeah, so that was the incident then, huh?
Yeah, he just hasn't had no other information about whether he was sentenced or not.
I wonder. Yeah, he's all right guy. Like he's cool in all in like in the long haul. Like he was never really. I didn't mind him. I found him fascinating personally. I never
Like, he was
armored
real
up.
aggressive.
Not to me, especially.
Now, when he played cards, he was super aggressive. I was like, man, this guy's
When he was playing cards, he was aggressive. That would make sense.
just very, very much coursing with energy, like he would beat anybody's ass.
That's the cocaine, Casey.
Yeah, definitely.
That was the cocaine. Yeah, no, okay, excuse me. That was the cocaine in that situation.
I was sitting next to him and I go, I'd love to steal your youth and energy. I want to occupy your body. I want to steal away your young, youthful energy. No matter how you say it, it sounds gay. You're like, hey, I think, young man, I would like to occupy your body and take over your virile, strong, muscular body. Not in a gay way.
Listen, possession is 9/10 of the law. So therefore, I'm gonna go inside you and take it over.
I want to own 9/10 of you, not all of you.
Hey, so long as I have a majority factor on that 3/4 is all.
Hey, yo.
Or whatever, 3/5.
My girlfriend sent me a message. She said, hello.
That's
the proper use of texting by a female. Hello. She keeps it tight.
I don't know. I'm trying to find a way to ignite.
We've been on for a while, hour and 26.
Not too bad. I was going to show this thing, what I was doing before, from Jitai.
Huh?
From Jitai. Look, it's just Jitai. I just don't know how loud. It's pretty loud. I don't know.
I shouldn't have got on this fucking Phoenix Jones tangent.
I don't mind Phoenix. He's cool by me.
I saw you smoking earlier. That was good.
It's just weed,
I want to get a cigarette later.
You recognize this guy? I don't know.
JD! There he is. Fucking rock star right there.
Oh, crap. Man. Don't you hate when you forget your notes?
You're showman.
Man, what's a common notes? 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 You gotta read your notes. Right? Otherwise, what am I doing here? Definitely not reading my notes. Right? Oh, man. We all in school out here? Anybody? School? No? Hey, American education's not dead.
You had him in the palm of your hand right there, man.
Yeah.
If you just came on, I'll fucking casual.
Hey, y'all, I don't know if you're familiar
Grabbing
with
your
this,
dick and shit.
koala bear.
You're like, that's how you get on stage. You sit on the bench, the treatment, and grab your dick.
Well, I didn't do Michael Jackson on it. I did relax though with the sweatpants. that was my lazy man.
Basically, like you're basically like, man, I could grab my dick right now, bitch.
I could.
And then you're like, who's here? You're like, you made them listen to what you have to say.
I mean, I just like it. Like people are like thinking that I don't know what I'm doing. It's like, no, I know exactly what the fuck I'm doing. Most times, even when I'm improving, it's all still like practical.
You don't know what people be thinking.
What they say afterward, for sure, yeah.
Who cares about that?
No, but this is the koala shit. This is the forest fire. I was saying
nobody who laughs at your shit will ever say anything afterwards. Anyone who says anything to you afterwards is all just demon mindfuckers.
What? I figured.
Anybody who comes up to you afterwards and tries to say something bad, it's because they're a demon mindfucker. They're not even a human being. The human beings are laughing. They're laughing entities. They're not blah blah blah. You did this, you did that, that kind of thing. Unless they say something good. Like, unless they say something like, oh, when you came up on the stage, you had them in the palm of your hand. You were like, you had them, captivated them, that kind of thing. But most people don't give good, they don't give good feedback. They give like some kind of negative, demonic feedback.
Oh, fuck me.
I got it the other day. I was like getting demonic feedback. I was like, why are these demon suckers wanting to give me demonic feedback? And I go, oh, could it be that they are resentful of my slight tiny bit of talent? They're like, how dare anyone here have any talent? We must all remain untalented. So as a group thought, we have to remain untalented. So let's make sure to don't give him any confidence. Make sure to ruin any confidence he has.
Well, it's no better out here, but at the same time, that's just what do you think about maybe this lady was trying to tell me like, oh, I'm gonna do I was like, nah, you know what, lady, and I kept talking about literally anything else. I'm like, oh, hey, there's an ExxonMobil right there. Do you think AM/PM and ExxonMobil are the same? Like, or do
What
you
was
think
she
it's a
saying?
separate franchise?
What
Oh,
was
she was attempting to give me some type of unsolicited advice about my
Oh,
comedy or whatever.
oh.
So I just kept literally like I would hear her attempt to get that energy and that conversation from me and that type of thing, and
Right.
I'm like, I'm not gonna play with you. I'm gonna keep on my thing where I'm just fucking with you instead and generating my own amusement.
Right, because you and
So
I
I
have
was
that.
like, there's an ExxonMobil and an AM/PM. You think?
You and I have that similarity that we both are somehow vulnerable to what people say.
Yeah, I mean, Emily would
usually a
call it
gift.
empathy.
Yeah, it is. It's usually a gift. It means you listen to what people say. You people feel like they can come up to you and talk to you.
It's
But
a
the
gift
problem
when
is
there's like a
demons.
sad child, yeah, and then
Well, the
nobody's
problem is
listening.
certain demonic people they immediately they see someone like that and they're like, oh, cool chance to drag them down.
Oh
Into where
yeah,
I
oh
am.
yeah, oh yeah. And whether they're conscious or not, it's another category of it. Even some people aren't conscious of it; they're just
They don't need to
truly
be
just
conscious
fucked
of it.
up, depressed about it.
They don't need to be conscious of it. What they need to know is that be made conscious of it. Like
And we
I don't
need
want
to.
to be I don't want to be I don't want to be made into your whatever it is.
Yeah,
thing.
my blood dad, he'd be trying to tell Lucy and me like this. He's like, people keep forgetting the power of the word no. Just say no. Just fucking dismiss the conversation. Just be like, it's not. He's like, it's not. People want us to feel like it's rude or like it's bad or whatever. But in reality, it's like, I don't want to have this fucking conversation. Peace.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly. It
Do
takes
you
a long
have-
time to learn.
Do you
that.
have any? And then you cut them off before they even can say change. Like, no, bye.
It takes a long time to learn that. Unfortunately, there are people who nobody feels that they could ever go up to them and say anything disrespectful. There are people that just how they stand.
I feel
no one
like
would
if you're,
ever come up to them.
there's a
But
different.
They're better people. So mine is like I have to work to get that way. I have to work to get to that status.
Well, there's the thing, right? Like, are you doing it on purpose? Like, it's like some people are this same problem where they're parasitically pleasing, if you will. So they'd be like pretending it though. They don't actually. So they're like offering or being kind to your face and just in general and everything, but they don't mean well. They don't even mean it. They're only doing it because of the image it puts in the world.
Oh yeah, that's true. I fall for that all the time. I like anybody who will say anything nice to me. I like them.
Yeah, you and Emily both.
I'm like, yes, by all means, come in and tell me how wonderful I am. Is she a Leo?
Oh yeah.
Is she a Leo?
Emily? I don't know. Fucking Virgo. No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I thought
Virgo.
she might have been born in August like me.
I don't know when no, her birthday was now or recently or coming up. I think her birthday was last week. I don't know.
Oh, last week? Okay.
I think
that would
she
make
had
her
her
a Virgo,
birthday.
but it's pretty close, similar. Mine's not late August.
She's a virgin, you know, but she's not. But she
Virgin.
It's like a virgin. This is I want to say my koala joke.
Oh, okay.
You guys like koalas? Yeah. Right. Actually, it's funny. The key to domestication. You burn their house down. It's terrible, right? No, I mean, it was kind of cute, though. This girl was loading up koala bears. She had like 15 of them in her car. It's interesting, you know? I find koala bears are not friendly normally. That's why I say that, right? Australia's kind of weird.
That's where I fucked up, folks. Two things. I talked over a rolling laughter from the back, what I should have known, but I'm not the best at the time, and still, you got to remember those things. And number two, when I explained it, I didn't have to. The laughter already revealed the audience was in on that joke, so I over-explained, which was wasting time in general, but also, folks, it was an example of how I need to improve. I'm not saying I'm the greatest, you know.
You suck.
I'm pretty fucking awful. You can tell by how much people are enjoying it, laughing. That's the worst.
No, they liked it. It was good. It was good. You had a laugh, but then at the end, I thought there was going to be a big punchline coming with the.
Oh, I didn't. That set was not over. I wasn't gonna show. Do you want to see the whole 3 minutes? Okay. There was like a whole 2 minutes left. God, that's so loud.
I already saw this part.
Yeah. And this part. And this part. Here we go.
I'm all about Bernie. That's good. We're gonna get some freedom in politics, you know. Hey, American education's not dead. That's good. Hey, y'all, I don't know if you're familiar with this koala bear. It's terrible, right? No,
There you go.
It's kind of cute, though. This girl was loaded up koala bears. She had like 15 of them in her car.
Huh?
It's interesting.
15 koala bears loading her car.
Koala bears are not friendly normally. That's why I say that.
Off the highway.
Australia's kind of weird, though.
Because they were having the forest fires in Australia.
About that? Anybody else worried about
Oh, never mind. There's no punchline there.
It is right here.
Something to contribute to the global warming aspect, right? Thing is, I just theorize, you know, it's just because Margot Robbie's career is doing too well.
There's your punchline.
You know, same thing with Chris. You know, actually all the Hemsworth brothers, really, right? Not to mention Charlize Theron.
Is that my voice in the back?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, actors are on fire, right?
That's all I care about. I heard my laugh.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. Y'all like Disney?
Hey, that guy laughing in the back, he sounds really funny.
Dude, I bet he's super hilarious.
This guy's really good, man. Too bad I don't know
Yeah.
what his problem is, man.
Yeah, why hasn't he broke out like this guy right here? Maybe he needs to change his name to Hernandez.
I don't know. I don't really like fucking people. I don't want to be popular. I hate all of it.
Oh, you think that's what his thing is? He
All
doesn't
of these
like
people, they go, hey, hi, next time I'm at the party, can you put me on the show? Hey, you want to go jump roping next week? And I go, no, I don't want to jump rope. I don't want to hang out with you ever. I just want to have you lavish me with offers for shows and stuff like that. Or produce me or make me a star or something, or discover me or something. I'm a bad person. I'm one of the worst people ever to be in the comedy scene. The only guy worse than me is the guy who was the black guy who went from town to town and always did college shows and then raped people at the shows.
Oh, that sounds hot. Who was that? Jane.
He's famous. You can look him up. He's top.
Oh, David
Norman,
Cook. Yeah.
No, he's a black guy, big black guy. Norm talks about him all the time. He was considered a really good guy, but then he was like, he found out that he did college shows so he could go to a college town and then no one would remember him. So he'd go to a bar and he'd meet some lady and he'd rape her and then he'd just go to the next show. You know, so that way you always have a new show and then everyone's ashamed that they had sex with a black guy, so they don't report it.
Oh, so only in the South or certain areas.
Yes.
Super high levels of like shame attached to fucking black people.
I'll look it up.
All right, ready? This is the funny right here.
Huh?
Can you hear it? I feel like
What is it?
well, once it plays.
What is it?
But he won't enforce the laws already made.
It's the funny.
And I go, I don't really blame him that much because I think he must have legislative dyslexia. You know, he doesn't know you're supposed to do the opposite. Yeah, I also voted for this lady for Secretary of State, Democrat. So I'm not all evil. I voted for a Democrat. I voted for Kim Wyman.
Yeah, it's funny. Watch.
To re-elect her.
I know, I've heard it
Because
before.
she said she's going to end homelessness and not raise taxes. And I also thought I would vote for her because she obviously has experience as a financial magician. You know, so
Katie and Andy
I think
laughing.
She obviously
Yeah.
is very qualified. They like that one over there. Yeah, she's a financial magician. It's pretty cool.
That's my favorite is when I
Nothing to do.
say a punchline and then I just repeat the punchline just to get an additional gratuitous laugh.
Yeah.
Like I go, so anyway, my vagina. Am I right? And then
Beautiful Lizzie right here making comments on the post about you.
oh yeah, there we go. What'd you say?
I got a suspension the other day from Facebook on the same day I was thinking of getting rid of Facebook. It's weird how sometimes things just work out, you know? So I got suspended because my friend Jamal Banyan, comic, he said he's going to start a cult. And the cult
You know
has
that,
two
Bruce,
rules.
if he had
The
any
first
sense?
rule is
What's that?
If that Bruce Bennick had any sense, he would have just taken all of the clips of the park of me doing comedy,
Yeah.
and then edited them into just a comedy special.
Duh.
Like you know what I mean? Like you can change the camera angles and you can change the lenses and do whatever artistic you want with it. But
I know it.
basically, at 1 hour consecutive of just my best parts from that would have been a better way to honor my thing at the comedy.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy. It's like, I don't call me crazy. You know, it's weird. That's the thing. That's what would happen because it's your special and you're telling me how you want it. And then I'm the editor. All I'm doing is just making what you just said. Funny how that
Right,
works.
but you could even if you're an artist, like if you're a visual artist or a filmmaker, you could even do your own touches, all your different ways you wanted to do it.
Oh, I might throw a flare or two and show you before I release it and let you choose between, okay, here's this. This is the basic. But then this is what I wanted to try.
No, I don't
different.
even need to be. I don't even need to be part of the choosing.
Well, I think you should. It's your project. What I'm saying.
It's not my project. I'm saying.
Oh no, it wasn't your project for sure, Bruce.
No. My point is not that. My point is something different. My point is like, okay, he filmed us a 15-minute long set, 20-minute long set at Tony V's, that black and white one.
Yeah.
There's no Bruce in it other than the film.
I know.
You know what I mean? There's no very slight editing that you would never even know. It's basically wall to wall, just the whole set.
You're talking about the black and white on YouTube.
Black and white, but he also had 2 camera angles. He switched back and forth, so he made some choices on which was the best angle, and that's how a filmmaker should. It's not a filmmaker. That's actually the wrong. It's called
director of photography.
Yeah, director of photography. Like exactly. I mean, it's not a director because now when he starts into directing, he's not any good. But as a director I liked his filming style.
Right.
And he's not a comedian, so he doesn't need to have any input into fucking what I say. I'm I don't know, roughly 5,000 times funnier person than him. So we all have our specialties, you know.
Sure. I mean, the guy definitely has top of the line equipment, which always means it looks good, and then he definitely knows to some extent how to put things together.
He has his own idea, its own specific, like a thing. He wouldn't be able to explain it. Like he just knows how to put it. Like, you know, make a visual style, but
yeah, I think I wouldn't mind paying him to do this. For example, my issue is I don't think he's capable of not also then trying to add to the project. It's like, yo, motherfucker, I paid you to film shit. I paid you to put shit together. I did not pay you to tell me how to tell jokes. I did not pay you to tell me how to do my project. No,
he's totally capable of it. You can see the 20-minute thing that he did for me the first time. There's no Bruce in it. So he's capable of it. He just has to be reined in and told.
Oh, okay.
You know what you do? That's an easy way to solve that. You pay him after.
Okay, yeah.
Bruce can only be paid afterwards. Sort of like, I
think that makes sense.
Sort of like a guy you pick up from Home Depot or whatever. You know, you get him and you ask him to paint your garage. You say, clearly you have a drug habit. So when you're done painting the garage, then you get paid. You just hold the money over him before. That was the only way. Don't pay him first.
No, senor. No dragos. No, children support. Pay me.
Yeah. You're fucking funny, man. Oh, the name of name of the rapist comedian is Vince Champ.
Ah, Vince the Champion.
No, his name is Vincent Horace Champ.
Yeah. He's a whore. It sounds I
love his Wikipedia page. Former American comedian and convicted rapist.
I love that. That is very effective.
He has 2 careers. One as an American comedian. Secondly, as a convicted rapist. Also, you know what he was known as?
What?
A really, really nice guy comedian.
You know, he just stacks onto the stereotypes, didn't he? You know, why the nice guy comic got to be dirty on the other side, you know?
Well, no, Bill Cosby was the ultimate nice guy comic.
But he was very judgmental of other comics.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying he was a nice guy comic because in comedy, it's mostly about...
His comedy was clean and family-oriented.
It's mostly comedy is about convincing people that you're the opposite of what you really are.
Sure.
So if you see people who are super nice, immediately I go, I don't trust them.
Yeah.
If you see someone who's like, this cocksucking motherfucker, and they're like, oh, he's probably cool. He's probably a good person.
Well, you said in Seattle to win them over, you have to have them laugh. And in California, I'm noticing for a lot of them, you have to make fun of them. because that's how they show each other their affections.
Oh, okay.
So you have to basically be the top dick in a lot of ways, within respect bounds.
Vince Chant doesn't
Anybody's
get out of
wife-
jail till 2033.
Yeah. Well, it's whatever.
wants. The second rule is you're not allowed to beat him up for having sex with your wife. You know? That's a reasonably okay joke, you know? But I said, men are fucking pigs, you know? Count me in. You know? And then I got a suspension.
I did. That's
said
true.
Men are pigs.
Yeah.
Now the rule is, just so you guys know, you're not allowed to disparage any gender unless you are a member of that gender. So
You like that?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
You like
good
that?
news is I'm not allowed to post on Facebook anymore. The bad news is Facebook says I am not a man. I don't count as a man.
That was good stuff.
Yeah, you can tell it still gets me because I'm not timing it. I'm just laughing, and you can also hear that I laughed already. That's fucking just natural.
I wish I would have kept this stuff better. I always want to go through it and take out what's really gold or not, but I don't know.
Damn, Lizzie does take a pretty shot, though, huh? Look at that pretty little Lizzie right there. Sweet little Stanton.
She's doing a
People say
show,
men are
actually,
pigs.
coming out
I
of
could say
retirement.
women are pigs. You know, I think.
still taking care of herself.
Gender,
Yeah.
I'll ask Facebook what gender I am. I'm not.
I talked to her the other day.
Yeah. They decide everything now. Facebook decides. I earlier received a suspension. Well, no, I didn't receive a suspension. I received a sanctioning from the comedy community for supporting Nazis.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh, here we
I
go.
do not support
Yeah.
Nazis.
You get to hear your joke.
But what I did is during the pandemic, they decided that you are a Nazi if you do not wear a mask when you go in a grocery store. And then a friend of mine sent me a picture of a big fat lady who wore a mask with a Nazi symbol on the mask. Now I said, normally that would be offensive, but now I've decided that's hilarious.
You know what I did? I always thought of a better punchline for that.
Situation has made
Wait, let yourself finish.
that hilarious. Yeah. Some people don't agree with that, but
I already
find
performed it,
hilarious.
so I don't need to let myself finish.
Also,
This part.
I have never even seen a Nazi in my whole life. In fact, if anybody ever asked me if I've seen a Nazi, I would have to say, no, I have not seen one. Get it, JD?
Yeah, bitch.
I did once see a Nazi dog, however. I was in Tacoma, I went to a mini mart,
Nazi dog!
and a guy outside the store asked me if I would give him money for dog food. And I said, hold on, I gotta go in the store, and get some change, So I came out and I bought him a couple things of dog food, and then I noticed his dog had a swastika on its forehead, like a branded swastika,
Good, huh?
That's not necessarily funny. But I was like, hey, your dog's a Nazi.
Yeah.
And then
You like that
I
one?
looked at the guy, and
Oh,
then
just in
the
general.
guy had swastikas on his neck, and I was like, then I felt better. I was like, oh, you guys are together. Nothing
tell
more
that.
disturbing than this
Yeah.
random
I need a joke
Nazi
for
dog,
tonight.
Tell us that.
And then the
That
guy,
one was a killer
the guy
joke. I
told
don't know
me
why
that
I
he
didn't do
was,
that anymore.
both homeless and a white supremacist. Yeah. And then I was like,
Now the audience.
a little light on the supremacy, huh?
You're the audience all over it on that end
Yeah.
part.
Anyways, I hope he kills himself. And someone rescues the dog.
I was one time in Jaita and I said, because they're all very,
Anyway,
immense of
people are
Nazis.
struggling right
And I was
now.
like,
don't know,
anyway, I hope
anybody
he
here
kills himself. The
struggling?
whole crowd went crazy. They're like, this guy's on the right side. He wants him dead, too.
You want to see what Lizzie said? She goes,
What is he?
Casey Judd, a little light on the
She liked the light on the
supremacy.
supremacy.
That's
She liked the
literally-
light on the supremacy. That's good. That is a good. That is a clever line. I've heard people tell me that.
I think in general, like re-seeing that material, I have that on here. Like I told you from before, I was like, oh yeah, I got that on record.
That whole Nazi dog thing I should always.
all of your different versions of my fucking joke are wonderful.
That's right. I stole
Because
your
it's
joke.
like I don't give a fuck. I like sharing the jokes with friends and like improvements and like if I ever was like
Mhm.
using it and I actually just was like using what you know at the same time. The
That would make it
difference is like
funnier.
these people that take possession over this shit. There's a reason. Like
I
sometimes
stole your joke. Just be honest.
it's okay. I
Just
stole
be
your.
honest. You
It's
resent
so.
me. You
It's
resent me.
okay. It's okay. I stole your heart. So you know.
Aw,
Ah.
yeah, you did.
Aw, sweet. Miley
Also,
Cyrus.
I stole your joke and achieved no success with it. So,
Not yet,
so
at least.
there is that to hang your hat on.
Yeah, right. Not yet. Well, you're doing well with the transfers. Good. That's the whole thing. I was saying, like
The
you have
what?
multiple. Like you told earlier that same material, but you're showing how you do it now with the transferring. All your stuff is the same, similar, different. That's
I
what's a
wanted to
real.
always tell that joke, that one joke about the lady in the grocery store with the Nazi mask.
Yeah, that was
With the
good stuff
swastika.
and poignant.
But
at
that
the
joke I
time.
only told one time, and in my head, this is why I can't do anything. I've been thinking the whole time of always saying it again. I never have got back to it. And
Yeah.
I was gonna say that they said the lady with the swastika mask was a Nazi, and they go, "That's not a Nazi. That's just a big fat lady with a sense of humor." And I was like, I am always pro fat lady with sense of humor. I don't
Me
like
too.
I don't give a fuck about Nazis, but I love fat ladies with sense of humors. So I'm always on that side of that.
We here at the FPS commune, I agree as well. We do appreciate large ladies and find
Large
humor
ladies,
amongst themselves.
fat bottom girls, you make the rockin' world go round.
Yeehaw!
Have you heard of that one?
Which one? You talking about the Queen song, yeah?
Yeah, fat bottom girls.
Yeah, well, you know. I
Weirdly,
wouldn't
that's my
say
girlfriend's favorite song.
want to ride my bicycle. Bicycle.
Yeah,
Clink, 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 clink. Want to ride my bicycle.
they're a fun band. They must be John Banning's favorite band.
Do they have songs about jumping children into vans and taking them across the country?
You think John's a child rapist?
I think his material jokes about how he's got a van and captures children. Yeah.
Oh, it's funny because a lot of people suggest that John Banning in his free time might be a roving child molester. But I say differently. I say John Banning is not a child molester. He just has clear, obvious child molester facial features.
Exactly.
He just looks as though he is a pedophile.
And Bruce Bannock has very, very strong serial killer.
He does. He gives off that like I could easily kill you without feeling anything type
And
of.
I have the hubris to believe that I'm superior to pull it off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's
He
the
can
guy
do
that
it. He's MacGyver. He would find creative ways to kill you.
he
I
would
do
pull
this
it off
joke
until
I
he
do this
pissed his
joke
wife
now.
off.
I need to keep doing that. I do a joke, and then at the end, I always go, kill them. Like you would, Bruce.
Yeah.
And I go, how you have, you take them where the tarps are, where you keep the tarps. And then actually, Bruce became funny miraculously. He interrupted my set, and he was like, you don't take them where the tarps are. You take them down to the beach. Very specific. Very
that's
specific.
great.
Only a serial murderer would actually know exactly where you take the victim. You take them to the beach because the waves wash away the blood.
The guy
Of
thought
course,
about
I
it.
go, only Bruce could deliver that punchline because I am clearly not a murder expert. I'm only a comedian. I don't have the kind of detail you need to know those kind of things.
Right.
Like I could say a joke about raping and murdering a young boy, but only
Sure.
John Banning could deliver the fine details.
Look, the believability on stage only goes so far with you, Casey. But with John, he can really sell that material.
You need an expert on arson, whatever crime it is you're talking about.
Look, I do think, yeah, but I mean, it's just because he got bored, so he was bored, so he looked it up, maybe.
Right. I mean, I know some crimes.
I
could
don't
do jokes
actually
about.
think that he is a child trafficker by any means.
Who you don't?
Yeah, like I would be less, or no, I would be more surprised if it turned out John Banning the comic was also actually, in fact, a child molester and/or kidnapper.
I don't think he's a child trafficker because I don't think he's that good at sales.
Versus Bruce, if it turned out was actually a guy who had murdered multiple people.
Oh, you think Bruce is more likely under
of the two? I'm saying, I feel like I would be more surprised about John.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Well, that's awfully cute. I don't know.
He gave me a
Whatever.
ride one time. He took a photo of me and he tells me I'm talented. What can I say, Casey? I'm a sucker for compliments and free rides.
Boom! There you go. He does
Callback.
like you, and I can tell you that John speaks well of you when you're not around. Also,
I believe that. Yeah. I
he
mean,
does. When I'm there, he goes, "JD, blah blah blah," and Bruce doesn't.
I don't even care for that. That
No,
guy.
you don't need to care, but your distaste for each other is lingering
I
and
honestly
mutual.
have no issue. I don't even care about that. Like he could disappear. I would be like, whatever.
So he's a serial murderer who you'd like to see come up missing because he fell in a river, but no
I
animosity. But no animosity whatsoever. Just,
no, me personally, as it goes for the human being, yeah, I have no attachment. So for me, it's like I enjoy the storyline where you murder and drink it from the chalice of his
you would
blood.
like to see Bruce murdered and fell in a river and
I would
no
like to see
longer
you
be
open the
alive.
freezer door because you were angry one day and hit him with a fucking shovel.
Let me update the new Bruce. JD would not mind if Bruce were murdered, dumped in a river, then frozen and put into my freezer. But just to be clear, no animosity whatsoever
None
towards him.
whatsoever. But to clarify, once again, if Bruce happened to have an accident on set one day and become deceased, and Casey repurposed his body, especially the fluids, for eating and drinking purposes, maybe
I ain't even really
hypothetically it's his
trying to.
cure.
I ain't really trying to get into Bruce's
At the
bodily
time
fluid.
period when this started, you were upset enough to think it was hilarious.
Sure, I don't even like him now. I fucking the other day. He's upsetting. He's annoying.
Phrasing.
I'm sort of like
I
I don't
fucking him the other
understand.
day.
I don't. One thing I don't understand is like I was telling Andy. Andy was really upset. He was at his arms folded the whole time. I could tell he wanted to choke Bruce to death. I felt like you
Like
can ask
this?
him about it. He was
Was it
he was
like
just
this?
like he's not saying anything, and Bruce is just yammering on the microphone, just
Like this?
verbal diarrhea. Yeah, exactly. But I was thinking this is why very odd that in comedy there's a lot of offense taken, right? You know, like if I say somebody was a faggot or someone was I don't like tranny faggots or the N word or something like that, then there's a lot of offense, right? But there's little offense over if someone is not funny,
Right.
which it seems like that would be the number one thing to be offended by in comedy. Like if I was offended in comedy, you'd be offended most by someone not being funny. That would be the obvious one. It'd be like if you went to a
If we were allowed to like have public hangings and such, yeah. Put
no,
him in the
just like I'm
chair.
offended.
Murder
I'm
their ass.
offended. I'm offended that person didn't make me laugh for that much time. They didn't. It's offensive. You know.
Yeah.
I'd like to see them canceled because they're not making anyone laugh. And then you go, normally canceling is bad, but we're in comedy. So comedy is the lone criteria for why we're here. So yes, cancel them because they're not funny. Yes, makes complete sense. They're here to be funny, then they weren't canceled. You know what I mean?
Look, they came to this mic at 5 p.m. and they did 5 minutes. It wasn't funny.
Right,
They
but
should-
people do this though. They go, Dave Chappelle, always funny all the time for 20, 30 years. He's hilarious, but let's cancel him because he's a bad person who said something bad. And I go, well, I don't care if he's a good person. He's a hilarious person. We're in comedy. We're not in the real life. We're in actual comedy. So comedian, if you're funny, haha means you're okay. But now they want to cancel funny people, for things outside of comedy. Seems kind of.
I feel like there's a thing where, I mean, it's such a single-minded, like, it's just, if it starts with one person, this is just me. So I didn't find it humorous, but more so I was offended at the fact that I not just didn't find it humorous, but the topical matter is something that I personally don't think you should even be able to, right? That's how it is. So then that's the setup, but then you need another person. Suddenly now you got 5, 6, 15 people all simultaneously echoing and saying the same thing, while also at the same time only giving a fuck about themselves individually.
Oh, I see. But usually they're very bad at judging whether or not something was funny or not.
Oh, I mean, look, everybody is entitled and has opinion. However, there's few people that would actually take the time to like break it down and look to see if there was a punchline or if it was a story that they punched up, which is the
They
two
also
different.
wouldn't bother to look and see if the rest of the crowd laughed or just people in general found it funny. They'll actually
Right.
they'll
Heaven
say
forbid
I
other
think it's
people found it
offensive
funny.
even though everyone laughed. I've seen that one. They'll actually change. They'll say I've heard. Believe me, I actually heard it. Dave Chappelle's recent special wasn't funny. I actually heard those words.
Yeah.
Like I go, as if he's ever had a minute and a half consecutively without being funny. Like he's never had a minute long section in a comedy special that wasn't funny. I
Right.
defy you to ever look at a special where he was maybe unfunny for 20 seconds and then he got right back to being hilarious. Like there's no stretches of him being unfunny. Probably in real life either. He's just continually funny all the time, you know. But it's weird. It's a weird world we're living in. They clearly don't care about funny anyways. There's no point in talking about it.
What?
But
Funny?
people who are into whatever else they're into who aren't funny, they're not into being funny. They don't care about it. So they're into women's rights or some dumb shit. Other than they're not into funny. They don't care about funny.
They're into talking points, right? They wanna talk about, but it's like they don't even care about what they're talking about. You know, like most of the time you can kind of just like be like, they don't even seem to care about what the fuck they're talking about. They just care about being the one talking.
I guess. I don't know. But it's
You don't
definitely
notice
not,
that?
It's definitely not being the funniest person. That's definitely not what they're trying to do.
I moved from my.
Yeah, that's definitely not. Ready for this? This is we got to see if this comedian is as talented as you and I. You know, not that it's comparable. This is a Hernandez, but like I said, maybe if you change the
Hernandez.
yeah, he's
You
probably
know,
pretty funny, you know?
do you remember Barbara Hernandez in her lover?
Are you talking about the
Spiced
SNL?
meats? Spiced meats for my lover. Barbara Hernandez.
Is that the Will Ferrell sketch you're talking about?
Yes.
Lava.
When he was like,
lava,
do you
lava.
remember Barbara Hernandez?
Hernandez.
My lover, when we had
the
spiced
sausages.
meats.
In the hot tub.
Anytime I hear, yes, in the hot tub. I remember because anytime I hear the word Hernandez, I always think of that now. Still to this day.
I like the other one too, like that one where it's like at the bar and it's like, oh, and they say that dude's name. It's like, I forget the name, but like,
oh yeah, they're in the hay and they're laying in the hay or whatever.
They just talk about the dude at the bar, like remembering him fondly or whatever. Oh yeah, whatever the fuck his name was.
Bill Brasky.
Yeah, that's the one, Bill Brasky. Yeah,
Is that the one? Bill Brasky.
Yeah.
I remember Bill Brasky.
Yeah, that shit's silly. Will Ferrell, he'd be taking his clothes off and off a lot throughout his career on SNL.
If I do this cast too long, I'll be too tired to go do comedy.
Nah, you'll be fine. You'll be juiced up and ready to tell your old material again.
Yeah, but I gotta.
You should though. That Nazi woman stuff, that's fun.
Huh?
The Nazi woman stuff is fun, like the store and with the mask and all that.
Oh yeah, the Nazi. They try to. That's just that's not a Nazi. If you wore a swastika into a grocery store, that's not a Nazi. That's a lady with a sense of humor.
Right. That's what you're saying.
That's just somebody fucking who's funny.
I feel like you should go out.
That guy in comedy actually was like, I swear to you, his name was what the fuck? That successful young kid. His name was
Rudy.
What the fuck is that kid's name? Anyways, he sent me actual instant message, and he was like, I can't associate with someone who supports Nazis.
Oh, right.
And I was like, first of all, I would never associate with you because why would I want to associate with you? Because someone who and I go, anybody who hangs out with me for longer than 40 seconds can clearly tell I have absolutely no connection to Nazism whatsoever.
Yeah.
I have nothing but love for all races ever, always, 100% of the time since the day I was born.
There is that one flag that you keep in your car at all times, you know.
No, but it's just sort of funny because I posted the swastika thing and then I thought it was funny. And then I go, the reason why it's funny is because the masks are in fact Nazism.
Right.
That's why it's funny. That's why they put the not swastika on the mask.
Matter of fact, it's so you can see.
It's like you can
The-
force people to wear a mask and then I'll put whatever I want on the mask. You fucking whatever.
Yeah. The main point is that you can see, right? That's what the mask was for, so that others could see, not see, not see. No, they could see.
Anyway, I wore a mask today when I went to the hospital, so they won, so it's fine.
Well, but how was the meth?
The what?
I said, but how was the meth?
Meth?
Yeah, because you said mask and in the hospital. I was like, yeah, but how was the meth though? I'm just kidding around, dude. Let's see if this guy's funny.
Okay.
This is fun. I moved from Miami to Cleveland, which is
Bum, this guy sucks. Just kidding.
Whenever I tell people in Cleveland that I'm from Miami, they usually go like this. They go. It's usually what I get, and then they ask me something really nice. They always ask. They say, "Why are you here?" That's nice. And then I always tell them the same thing. I always say, because when I leave food in my car here, it doesn't go bad.
Wow, this guy's really bad.
Cleveland's cool. The Midwest has been a little bit different for me. I read some stuff in the news that I don't think would read in Florida. I read the other day a couple stopped halfway through a marathon to get married. What? Yeah, exactly what I thought.
What?
Like, what were these people thinking? You know, like the race wasn't hard enough. You know, I've just never heard of anybody stop halfway through a marathon to sign up for a much harder, much longer marathon.
It's funny enough idea.
The people don't finish it.
You know, he's crippled by a very poor delivery and style.
Right. I think it's the experience factor. I agree 100%.
No, he's just not talented. Why is he getting on Saturday Night Live?
Well, I mean, I don't want to discredit. This is literally just the first thing that came up on YouTube. So,
Oh, okay.
it'd be like,
I'll just discredit him on my own. You don't
all
have
right,
to,
that's fair. I like that very much. That works.
you don't
for
have
me.
to contribute. It seems like he's.
I gotta be careful in the off chance he's still working there, and I'm
It
casting.
seems like they just grabbed 1,000 people and then like they said, "Who's the 500th most funny?" And then they went, "Okay, we'll put him on the Saturday Night Live."
I feel like they see the name sometimes too. They might be like, "So, what do we actually have to offer right now that we can use that's current enough that has and then it's like a traditional casting. Like we're looking for okay, look, so everything's great, but we need ethnicities.
Oh.
Maybe I don't think it's that. I don't want to discredit the dude. Maybe he's fucking got fire ass fucking shit. We don't know. I don't fucking
No, not really. Actually, I'll give you an example. When I was in high school, I was sitting in my English class, and it was before my senior year of baseball.
Yeah.
And I was an okay hitter. I was like decent. And that was my best friend in the class, Jeff. He was a really good hitter. And then he was like, "Are you ready for the season to start?" And I was like, "Hell yeah." I was sitting at my desk and I just did a practice swing like this.
Like what?
And he went, "I can tell from your practice."
What the fuck? You got cut out. We can't hear you. Casey, we can't hear you. You're muted. Your phone is muted. Folks, temporarily, I think Casey's phone might have died on his poor ass. He might have had an issue where his phone died. It's hard to know. Hard to know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I am. Oh wow! 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 These motherfuckers go deep, huh? So I'm guessing Casey's phone might have died. He'll probably come back though. It's hard to know though. That's why he needs to have it set up like I got. But then again, he don't need shit. It's Casey. We don't care. Who cares? I don't care. I just know Casey's very talented. I think he needs to come down to LA. I feel like he'll be well received in LA. I'm actually just waiting on him to come back while I look up. Well, I don't know. There's definitely a lot of things popping up. I'm on YouTube looking up. I'm trying to find my old account. Not to call it out, but I have a older account. Right, like an actual account. I have an older account. If you're not understanding what I'm telling you, it's like YouTube. I have an account that I had. Right? It's kind of like I need to be doing the Internet Movie Database for. Oh wait, Casey's back. Here we go.
Your shit sounds cool, bro. Your voice is dope.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. I didn't know if that was all recorded. I'm glad you didn't record all that. You're a professional.
Yeah, Uncle Casey's back.
Casey's back.
Uncle Casey, I was gonna show you like the equivalent. I have my old account, and it's like, I'll show you like some of my very original stand up in Phoenix. But I gotta find it. It's like
Right on, brother man. You sound like Dave Winfield of the New York Yankees.
Rounding up on first, we've got Michael Douglas, the greatest author, plays basketball. I don't know. What's a baseball name? I bet we've got Babe Ruth Jr., the fattest fucking kid I've ever seen. But thank God we finally still have a big hitter that is American bred. Folks, brought to you by Wonder Bread, another American bread.
You sound
product.
like George Floyd, motherfucker.
Which one? Who's
George Floyd? Remember him?
Is a baseball announcer?
Yeah, George Floyd, St. Floyd. He was a baseball announcer back in the day.
Oh, okay. I like like the crazy ones, Harry
Yeah,
Carey
he got
and
his neck stepped on and he passed away tragically.
Who did?
George Floyd.
Oh. Are you not talking about like the actual guy that got hit by the cop or whatever?
A lot of people get hit by a car. It happens.
No, yeah, what do you call it? Under pressure. He died under pressure.
Word, son.
It was intense, the pressure.
I like Frank Zappa too. I'm a big fan. I like your new hairstyle.
Under pressure, coming down
Under
on
pressure.
me, coming down on you, coming here. Under pressure, coming down.
Hey, Freddie, like people have been asking questions. What do you mean? They sang this song about.
We had a really
jerking
good
off?
talk, man. I really enjoyed it. I hope those other guys come on.
What are you talking about this cast? What we've been doing? Hey,
Yes.
I follow Casey Judson on YouTube.
I just gotta make this. I gotta figure out something to do with these steaks. I was gonna make mashed potatoes and green beans.
You can't do salt though. You decided, right?
No, I could. I know. I'm trying to do something without salt, but I can use Worcestershire sauce, vinegar, maybe.
See, the Worcestershire is great, man. That's
There's
like
a whole
the
bunch
best.
of them on the internet. You just skim around the internet and you find them. There you go. You got.
See this?
So I'll be back. I'll be back later after I make this marinade.
Well, I'll show you this real quick. This is the stand-up.
Peace, dog.
Wait, I want to show you, Casey. Look. Aw, he already left. That fucker. He always does what he wants. He'll watch it later. But this is what I was talking about before. Let's see if I can find one, though. This one is horrible. Let's see. This is the one I was telling Casey about, though. This one's not bad.
How you guys doing tonight? I've been here for about 6 months from Seattle, Washington. How you guys doing tonight? I've been here for about 6 months from Seattle, Washington.
Yeah!
Very much. Thank you. A lot of people ask me the same question every time I tell them I'm from Washington. They say, oh yeah, DC? No, Washington State. And then they say, oh yeah, where from? So I tell them, oh yeah, Seattle. Then usually the question that follows up always strikes me as similar. So a lot of people commit suicide up there. No, just the Sonics fans. I really don't feel as bad for the fans, myself included, as I feel for their mascot, the Sasquatch. Yeah, last time I saw him, he's in the basement of the Key Arena and he's on boxed wine. The guy's a wino now. He's sloppily writing applications to Oklahoma City for the new Buffalo position. Poor guy. Times are tough. It's a really difficult financial economy. I don't know about you guys, but I tend to have to break the piggy bank open. And, the hard part is figuring out which coin to count first. So, traditionally, I like to start with the pennies because Lincoln, well, he freed the slaves. Come on now. But close behind him is the nickel. And that's got Thomas Jefferson on it. And once the slaves are free, we all know who wants to get some in on that. Then you got the dime, all right? Anybody know that who's on the dime by any chance? Yeah, that's right. I didn't know either. I had to look it up. No, it's Roosevelt. And the only reason he waited so long, he was waiting around for a new deal. Yeah, that's right. Bob, let's give one by hand, people. Yeah. And then, of course, the most important comes last. That's George Washington. So we got to count those corners last. Because if it weren't for him, we all wouldn't be here tonight. Come on, now. We got to give a hand for him. All right. Come on, people. George Washington. That was a there for. Yeah. All right, come on. So anyway, get more into my financial situation. My friends give me a lot of slack because I don't got a lot of furniture. No, when I bring the girls over, they don't complain too much. I got a Fisher-Price table, 2 Fisher-Price chairs.
That's true. That's true.
A little bit of Washington State with me too. They're really into conservation. I tend to conserve air. What a precious commodity that is. Yeah, it's in my mattress. Yeah. Actually, hey. Like magic?
I'll do that.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I still got a couple more jokes, so I'm gonna.
Where I fuck up, right there, then and there. First off, I pulled it off perfectly, but nobody heard it except for the close row and her specifically, and especially because my boys were all in the back. It's a bit weird how they used to really they kind of do better now, but they still kind of segregate up in that bitch. It's whatever. Phoenix after all, huh? No. Kidding aside, just my group in the back. Yeah. So the audio's and Dre's filming it on his phone, so it's what it is. But I'm grateful for the footage he got. I really am. I guess the point is right here, were it me now, then after I pulled that off, as soon as I got on the mic again, that's the other thing. So I have a very powerful voice, natural, and it carries and everything. So when I got on the mic, especially early on, like in this era, it was very, very much like, how do you call it? Like, fucking feedback, and like my energy was all over, and not just the natural, that stuff. And also back this time era, a lot more performing, but also that's because this was a bringer type atmosphere, what I brought my people for, kind of a thing. So part of this is also that, and I wanted to make sure and do it right. But at the same time, I mean, this is a full house example of why I don't think anybody should ever bitch about having to bring 10 people each, because it's like, especially where, I have some damn good fucking stories and memories in this venue. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to go back to the stuff, but where I messed up especially is right there, because had I been wise about it, that I would go back to the mic and explain and lay into her. And also, if I were me again in that same situation and circumstance, cut to, I like push play and I'm actually doing what I just said. It's like, what the fuck? Did this motherfucker go back in time, or did it actually happen that way? And he's leading in to make us believe otherwise. That type of thing would freak y'all out, wouldn't it? But if you get what I'm saying, so basically, were I being more, then what would have happened is I would have been here. I would have played the fuck out of the audience. And then a short little aside, after this was all done, that girl, she was leaving. Oh man, I'm gonna talk about it, but my stage comedy and my presence is not. I'm just an individual who is always grateful when it comes, doesn't feel like seeking it out anymore, and at the same time, I've never been one to kiss and tell. But maybe if it's relevant, I might discuss or talk about my personal experiences. But you'll never really hear me specifying and stuff like that. And if I really want to play into something, I might allude to. But you know, it's whatever.
Throw a couple things out there, and you guys can let me know which one you want, or I'll just go with whatever I like. So, religion. No? No? I'm gonna go with religion anyway. Okay. You know what time to do?
Still pulled off that part. That was still very fucking fire. And that part right there was 100% off the top of my hat.
Actually, just a few weeks ago, I got out of college and I was taking religious studies and began to listen to these podcasts, right? All right, well, in the podcast, they go, in recent surveys, we find more people are no longer clicking Catholic, Jewish, Muslim. In fact, they're clicking none. Stop real quick, so you guys know where I'm at. Not none is in the women that prescribe to God. N-O-N-E.
I need to start saying that more. I fucking love when I used to say that. Do you prescribe to God?
And they just didn't give a fuck. Anyway, I was thinking, like, how does religion, how do they get people back? Well, I know. Get celebrity ministers, right? So I'm thinking, like, okay, what if Shaggy were...
I think I need to go back and tell this jokes again. I miss that. That's actually, if I really do want to start presenting myself with my original, like, not original, but just in general, if I really do want to start, I think I should go back to that. Because that shit is actually very good. You'll see. But basically, celebrity ministers is the premise for the setup for the entire thing.
To host a ministry, right? It goes something like this. Like, for I give to you all seed-bearing, like Scooby's totally talking about weed. Like, oh my God, the Last Supper. Like, I could totally go for some wine and wafers. Like, oh my God, like, oh, it's just Scooby wearing an altar outfit. Or if Arnold Schwarzenegger were to host, that'd be really hilarious. Get out of the kitchen! Maria! Get out of the church! You're making me look bad! Children are important!
So it cuts out. But shortly thereafter there was what you would say is like, what do you call it? The end. Like, I mean, you only get fucking Frank Zappa, fucking Casey, huh? You only get 5, I think, if I remember right. If you're doing well, they'll give you up to 7. I do miss Phoenix sometimes a little bit and stuff like that. But you know, I miss Seattle more. Realistically, I really, really miss some really, like, oh man, I really do. Like, there are certain incredible amounts of calm and beauty that just naturally occur for me, especially in certain environments, and that's just the environment itself. Now, I'm saying when I get the privilege to have a reason and I'm living in New York City, well, probably outside of, I would never, realistically though, I'm more of a person that will probably not leave the office. I don't give a fuck. Especially if I'm just a writer. If I'm just a writer, dude, I'm gonna be fucking, I'm not even gonna, like, how, do you ever eat? Be like, yeah, no, I definitely do. We don't see you. It's like, that's not the point. Then follow me around. You'll see. Like, they follow me around. They're like, holy fucking Christ. This guy's always got notebook. This guy's always, he doesn't turn this fucking shit off, does he? I'm like, no, I don't. Like, that's just what it is. I have purpose and I'm fulfilling purpose, and it's an insane amount of comfort and natural amount of, like, just, I couldn't explain it. That's just what it is. I mean, I did explain it. I think I very well just explained it very, very well, actually. I feel like if I were so privy to be privileged, you know, like, just, look, last night, I went and saw Sarah Squirm show, all right? And wonderful stuff. If I were to pick something from the night, though, the music was, and I'm sure she wouldn't be disappointed that I said that. But that band is, I can't wait to see more of that band for sure. I really also, what I told Casey earlier, that stuff was really cool too. The other comic, what she did was really awesome. Which is great, you know? Anyways, other than that, I gave her a piece of paper what had writing on it. I didn't go to the office and print it out. I didn't go to the extent of writing the actual sketch really. What I did was give her a piece of paper that on the front and then on the back and whatnot was basically the top part was just me doing an offhand like on the fly thing that I thought of, which is the Childerverse. And I will still stick with it. Childerverse is a fucking great concept. Like, cause you can fuck around with Childerverse. Just sounds fun. But it was a setup principle for different types of universe sketch work within the show. The Childerverse. Like, welcome another episode of the Childerverse. In this week's episode, and then I'm not gonna say nothing at all because like I just might have fucked up already. But then again, y'all are the futures audience for the most part, and also I really doubt people like them. I mean, technically they might be checking in on this stuff because they got nothing better, or they not that they don't got nothing better, but the season starts October 1st, which means that they still have like a week and a half before. Or give or take, whatever. But the main thing is, I'm saying I'm not going to say more. I gave her a good one. Like, it wasn't, I have my, people can't see it because the laptop is literally sitting on it right now. But I call it the Improv Bible because it's gold trim, like the gold pager, on the pages, and a black leather binding in case of it. So, like what you would see on a Bible. But there's no writing. It's like flat. I haven't stamped it. It's like the whole point is what it is. It's very important and expensive product. But like within it though it's literally sketches for Lauren's eyes only. That's the entire thing of it. Years and years and years. Every time I have like a really I fucked up for a while where I would not remember. But then when I didn't fuck up, then it was good by me. So then I took it and I would put it on. It was great. I mean, really great. No jokes. Like, very solid fucking shit within those pages. No lies. But that's very specific because I've always known. Like, when I get there, I'm not. Unless they're like, yeah, but now throw it all out. We want everything fresh from you. I'll be like, all right. But low key, everybody, come on now. We smarter than that. You know me. If you don't know me, then just think in your head real quick what I would do and wonder if that's what I did. And then when you get the privilege to talk to me or reach out, then you can ask me. And I will probably allude to, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happened. But when I talk about things, I don't just talk about them. I do them. Like, I quite legitimately follow through. I said I was going to go to see Sarah's Gorm, and I did. And then I told Emily, and I told Casey, I sent them what I was going to, the sketch that I was going to offer her. It was very solid, and I gave it to her. Like, I didn't I didn't lay into it. But during her show, she did talk directly, like, with me. It was a whole thing. And, I don't know, she was improving it, but also doing it. But the thing was, like, she was explaining, I didn't even get a chance to tell Casey about this, but Jewish geography. And, so anyway, like, the Jewish geography thing is whatever. I'm not going to tell the girls thing. I mean, not that specifically is, I'm not 100%, but it was about her dad also, who she had talked about having sex with, or having sex with her. It's just like a lot of, I don't know, just curiosities. Strange wordings, but the main thing is what happened after is that she would be like talking about that she could get me that writing job, but it's whatever, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, talk to her? I just don't know, like, what am I supposed to do, right? Especially when I went up to give her the sheet and explain. I was like, yeah, here, this is well, you'll see what it is when you look at it, but it's I didn't go, I was gonna be professional. I told her, like, all like fancy to print it out, but instead I just was like, I'll just do it this way. And later at the 10 o'clock, after the 10 o'clock, the girls at the table who are comics also, lady friends, new to me. I'll definitely be seeing them more, checking them out. But they knew. Like, I'm not gonna say shit. I'm not gonna say fucking shit. But I'm saying they knew. And I'm not, look, all I'm going to throw out there is that it's not the worst. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw it used and it got through because it's very fun, polite, and in the imagery. But the best case for me is that she then says, "Do you have any more?" And I wouldn't ever take from this is for Lawrence Eyes only. Literally, like I'm not even fucking around. This is the stuff that is gonna make sure that I can relax. Because what's gonna happen is these are what I'm gonna pitch. Okay. All right. But at the same time, unless they tell me throw it out and they want everything fresh. But then that means on the ones when they don't get accepted for that week, then if I'm not working with anybody else, whatever I'm supposed to be up to, what I'm going to be doing. So I will be repurposing and working on new, fresher stuff. And probably more than likely, because of the fact that it's the one that I don't really do much with at all, I would be diving into a lot more political and topical culturally. But at the same time, it's whatever. Because the best sketches I have are all so wholesome and fluid. And just about just about all of them, I want to say, have a unique privilege that they can easily be added or removed from to increase and enhance. But most important of all, the way that I write, the way that I design, and the way that I think for sketches is time. And that's the one thing I will definitely say. Improv versus stand up. Stand up, you really would respect and understand time if you were truly good at the craft. Because when you're on stage and you have 5 and you're actually performing or working within a realm that you would actually be aware of that type of situation. So the reason I bring that up is for those who are unfamiliar, I am going to be doing, I know I promised that I'd be doing these weeklies and regulars, but it's so difficult to function when your mind is all over the place, but with no drugs to help keep you in line. Some people are meant for more. Some people need things. Some people just, I'm working with meditation, but it'll only take me so far. Meditating will only truly take me so far. It really will. So what can I do, right? Well, I'll tell you what I can't do. And that's stop. So anyways, I'm going to figure it out at some point. But the main goal on my end is like I told Casey, maybe I'm going to actually just hit up club comedy because I know that people, right, they know me for the most, they kind of know me, you know, hit up Dustin about his things when they are or whatever, hit up fucking Jesse about his things whenever they are, and then hit up fucking Mark Ritchie and see if he wants to work together to do like a JP thing. So then I'll have a show at JP's with him and we'll do it together and we'll have fun with it and even maybe play some improv-y type atmospheres in between our sets, something fun. Right? All I'm getting at, and then maybe a few more I've been said. The point is, this is what other people do as well. I just don't know. Like, last night was a wake up and a strange thing where a lot of the fucking people there were Chicagoans. And they were like Chicagoans that knew Sarah Squirm from when she did her shows and stuff, when she was going to college there and stuff. And also people that knew her through college and stuff. I just don't know how it works on her end, especially, you know? Like Chris Red was a stand-up comic and he did some Second City, but he moved to LA and straightforwardly was working at like the store and different stuff like that. She is different, right? I don't know. I really fucking don't know at all, right? But these new characters, whatever, I was going to show more. I should probably cover all of them. The only one that set me off, I already discussed. And that's only because he's literally ripping me. This shit, especially this fucking shit. Now, I'm not saying I designed it. I'm not saying that it's mine to own. But I'm saying if any motherfucker's going to be doing what I do better, it should be me if they're going to have the job that I deserve. And I'm saying that. I'll say that. Like, I know I'm not supposed to be impolite about people that are there, especially if I got hired on and the dude's still there. but I am going to put this in the atmosphere and the energy and let people know and be fully aware that I don't see him surviving the season. And it wouldn't be the first time, or maybe the last time. Maybe it would be the last time, considering how close 50 is around the corner. I'm just simply implying here that I would gratefully consume his position and his job. What I told Sarah, I'm like, no, when I said in the audience, I'm writer, right? And then that was the whole thing. JD, oh yeah, I felt that. And then she did the whole thing. It was very, very. If you know, I got a show for you, the Aristocrats. Very like that. Got a cousin who knows a dozen, who knows the uncle that's from there, from that, like that whole, for a very, very, very excessive amount of one. It was wonderful. It was monologue style, just wonderful. She called her a one-woman show or something. That's fun. It's fun, especially when you think about, like, well, there's a female at the band, and then there's the female other comic, so it really wasn't. But at the same time, I get it. It was fun. But the rambling and stuff, and then roundabout too, though. But she said, "I'll get you that writing job." That's the thing. I really would love that. If she wouldn't just, if she really meant, like, if there was even a chance at all, I swear that I would take it. Even if Home Dude is there as a repertory player, I'm not gonna show up and disrespect a person. But here are a few. When Chris sees me, he knows me. No big deal. 100%. Like, I expect something from Chris Red if he's there. Would be like this, like, about fucking time, about fucking time, about fucking time, that type of thing. Keenan, I would wonder if he even saw me across the street. I'll be like, good, good, good. You've arrived. Heard about you. I got a few. Let's see what we can. Yeah. Punky's the one I would wonder. I would wonder if Punky would even, because I will not forget Punky ever. Like, no matter what happens, I will never forget exactly the conversation that her and I had. There's a lot of things that I can do my best to forget, but there's other things that are like, I just really, really don't think I could ever forget. Like, no matter how hard I tried. One of which specifically is the way Punky replied when I did exactly as I always do. I'm at the Comedy Store as a consumer, as a comedy enthusiast. I'm not there pitching to be a show. I'm not there chasing a dream. I'm there on a, not vacation, but yeah, vacation. Like, I'm there scoping the place out and just getting the general atmosphere. But mostly I'm there seeing live comedy. This is when I discovered the Ding Dong Show accidentally, and I was like, oh my god, I love this fucking shit. What the fuck is this? Ding Dong Show? Okay. Who the fuck is this? Sweet Mary. I am infatuated by a woman who knows how to do deadpan delivery, puppetry, and more than anything, also just the fucking, just telling people the truth about how it was and how it is, and like talking Marilyn, Marilyn Monroe and the Kennedy Bros, and just wonderful, wonderful, amazing she is. And then Dawn, yeah. So anyways, Punky was bartending, She was barely even on stage at that point, and at the store. So I always am the same way. I mean, I'm not completely, but if there's no line, I'm literally getting my alcohol. I'm gonna chat for a filthy second, especially if they're in poi, because I'm engaging and also observing. This was my first experience. This is my first everything when it came to, like, LA Comedy Central, like, specific, not Comedy Central, but like the actual location and the actual place. Like, this was my first times being actually there like that. Because I was getting ready. I was preparing in general. I've been planning. I'm not crazy. I'm methodic. I'm intelligent. I do my best to understand and do my best to get around how I can. So anyways, she told me she took one Second City 100, didn't enjoy it, didn't care, decided it wasn't for her. Told me SNL, no, like, eh. So she's like, oh, yeah, meh, that's good, whatever. That's it. Like, didn't even give a fuck. really, about sketch variety comedy, SNL, or anything. You know, that's about as far as like what's definitely remembered. Everything else is whatever, and then anything else from the following time that I went, like following time, literally. But yeah, that's just all I'm saying. So I don't know how Punky would be, and I really don't know if she would even remember that. But I would, and I would let her know, like, hey, I would actually probably, if she didn't remember me at all, I'd play it totally cool until I got the privilege to be making a drink in the office for her, or like making drinks for all of us to hang out, kind of a thing, and be like, hey, ain't this a sweet bitch? Except I bet you ain't gonna give me that $50 tip, like, because that's I gave her a 50, like as a tip, whatever. But the cool thing is in general, like the people, how they would react. Like Michael Che, I wonder if he would remember. But I would remember enough that I thought about giving it to her last night to give to him. I probably should have. I really should have. It was going to be a thing for Michael with the rest of the money to make so he could buy the sneakers. Because a few years back when I was on stage for his show, I got so energetic and I was in full blown fucking performance that my hand went like this and hit the cup. And so that the drink spilled on his Nikes. And like, yeah. But then he called me back up. Like Michael Che liked me so much, he called me back on stage. There's people shouting from the audience about wanting jobs as writers. And here I am at Michael Che's performance, live at his show. And he's now actually called me to get on stage with him and interview me. Right? Like, that's the thing. Interview me in my own home city. But I didn't once mention to him about that I wanted to be basically at some point having an equal job to what he has to be like a head writer on that show, or at least a co-head writer, or at least like at the very least a writer on that show, let alone a performer. And like, yeah, you could think about it like, well, maybe you should have. But what's the thing is, he wanted to hang out after. And he starts going because the show's over. I ended the show with the cheers. I fucked up. I didn't do the right one. But it's whatever. It's not like it was recorded. We all had to put our shit in the bags. That's the whole thing. I should have gone. I should have naturally. My impulse was to follow him. I should have. The guy that was opener comic for him was actually doing a DJ set. I should, if I had, he would have seen me in my home city at my home venues with my people of my city being the coolest motherfucker. Like, he would have been blown at that point. Then I could have been like, yo, so low key, I'm not like that, but I should probably tell you at this point, I really do. I do have actually like 15 at the time. I think I was at, let's see, I'm going on like 15, 16 years experience improv now. But I would say like, whatever. The main point is like 14 years at least at that point when I went up. So it was a couple years ago now. So what if I would have said to him, like when we were having a good time at the club and everything, because I saw pictures from that night. That's how I knew I fucked up. I went to the wrong club too, even tried to pop on, but it was a low key just drop in set. And they rushed to it. That's the whole thing. I went out, right? And everyone's like, oh my God, you're awesome. You're awesome. And back then I was a gamer more still. It's right before I gave up on stream gaming and stuff. It's a lifetime commitment, folks, doing streaming. It's a lifetime commitment, streaming, to maintain your audience. Ironic, I mean here? No, this is more for the catalog of the future's audience to receive. But the point is, if I'd been kicking it and everything was going great in my home city, just looking awesome as I am with my people, and just everything, just in the element, and just like I was on stage with him, but actually out. When there was a chance, I would have been like, yo, so I should probably tell you, I've 10 plus years improv experience. I've trained under people like Shields and Yarnell before she died. I'm actually like a person that really actually, my company is called the Future Players Society, as in FPS Society, as in like I am attempting to manifest a position on the television program that you are currently the head writer for. I would love to submit to you my fucking shit direct, so I don't have to worry about thieveries and just in generals. And like, ultimately, maybe by November, you would let me know that I could have a slot as a writer on the show, or even just as a person that's touching it up, and then a writer. I don't know, but whatever, whatever. It didn't happen that way. What happened was he enjoyed me. I closed the show out. I went against my natural impulse to follow him off stage back to the green room. Instead, I went off the stage, and within that moment, that was when the destiny path changed, which is fine. I accept it. But I also came back the next night, couldn't get in, and made a point. I wrote a note for him, and I do not do Nike, but I made point in the note to tell him like I'm an Adidas guy. I stepped foot in a Nike shop for the first time ever in my city to get you this gift card. It was a $50 gift card. It's not about the money. It's about the shoes, and it's about the memorability and what I did. So then I had to give it to the people at the club, at the venue. So I don't even know if Michael Che got that. So would I get to SNL and Michael Che is there? Would he remember me from that one show in Seattle? I don't know. Would he remember me after I explained because I didn't forget? Maybe more likely. Would he remember me because of the shoes thing? Yes, if he had actually gotten it. But if he hadn't, then that. Because in the note, I literally said, when I'm working for SNL as a writer, I will make sure and take from my first paycheck. So if he remembered, maybe he would say something about it. I would like that. So yeah, other than that, I mean, most of the other players are gone now that would even. I mean, look, okay, Chloe Fineman and me have no connection, and I don't even know if she does stand up, and I definitely have never seen her do anything. Chloe Fineman, I think she's wonderful, certainly attractive, no doubts on that end. Like I definitely find her attractive. I would not deny that. No way, Chloe Fineman, for sure attractive to me, but that's fine. I find a lot of women attractive. Some men, but mostly women. I'm not bi, I'm not gay, I'm not straight. I'm actually absolutely nothing other than a human being human and attracted to what I'm attracted to. That's it. Now, I have restraint. Like, for example, just because that bitch looks sexy doesn't mean you should actually fuck her because she is a dog. Literally, that is somebody's pet that you are attempting to perform sexual bestiality on. And it's worse when you do it to an animal. They can't officially consent by any means, unless it's a parrot, maybe. I don't know how you fuck a parrot. I think with a fucking tool, a milking device probably, or some really weird shit. All right, then that's enough science. Thank you so much. The unofficial orphans of Texas. The viewer list is dropped again. Up and down, up and down. But either way, I'm exhausted myself already. I'm almost at 3 hours though. It's not too bad. I did 3:33:33, if you noticed in the previous one. But yeah, I mean, I guess we could watch the rest of the other players, but realistically, okay. So I showed Casey the girl with Sarah. So that made sense to me a little bit or whatever, and that's fine. We watched a little of the kid. Like he wasn't the worst. That comedy was alright. Like, could I remember it right now? Maybe not as much. He vocally reminded me though of like Jeff Dye for sure. We covered the fact that Longfellow is just a knockoff version of me. I'm better than him in every way. There's no doubt in my mind that they should have picked me over whoever Longfellow is. Whomever. Look, all I'm saying is always the best thing other than the best things that was at the show with you for not, alright then? Alright then. And I don't give a flying fuck about your queen, right then? It's not me queen, is it now? No, they kicked me out, didn't they? Alright man, alright then. This is me character here, alright, Hope Street, you know? So, right then, tune in folks, FPS Society, you know? We were doing the rapping earlier, you know, Taxi 96, bro. Who's Takashi? He stole my shit. You got Chad, who's currently with his mom in another, place, Southern California. I mean, Southern, I think Carolina. I decided. I can't remember. Whatever. And then Dabrad, bro, bro, I need some dabs. All I got is weed. And then you got who else you got? Oh, Kyle. Yo, what's up? No, I can't do Kyle. Kyle's a difficult one because it's you gotta have the Jersey accent covered up by the Seattle speech patterns. It's not the easiest character to pull off, but it's easier to pull off when I have the powdered sugar all over my face and yeah, the weights and the shirt. Let's see what else. Oh, then I get up my white face that what I said white face here gonna sing a song or two. All right then now. Ain't nobody down there getting on there one day, and I'm gonna get down with a truck is on the found out with a then and truck down what on now my truck down now broke off down there, now all that. And then you like keep strumming. Like his whole thing is he's a country singer, but then he talk like this now. They gonna say like my all down gang no man without drinking all downtown and that you got me like $1.50 now I'm gonna get a chicken. But the ongoing repertory jokes amongst Whiteface's character, his physical comedy is that he literally is white makeup over the face. But his cerebral comedy and the actual thing is layered within the layers are telling people because he's used to local mic type shit about the drink deals in between it. So he'll be singing the song. And when I play the guitar, I would be singing for sure, within his character. But then Whiteface would be like, nah. So in between, he'd be like, now there, what I don't tell you now, there's this true down story about my down on what my daddy down on man now got on put in down prison down. Paps Blue Baby down there, man, they're 2 for 50 down there. And my daddy down man, he shot my little brother down there, and 2 shots, but $25 number that. And I'll be like that, what I say, like that kind of thing. So it's a multiple layering, like down there, and I gotta, and then also he might get distracted for a second, and then he might do like a let's see, I got on there now again. I'm gonna go lay down in paradise. Start on again. I'm gonna lay out with the bench, and I'm gonna get all down mellow. And I'm gonna let them all them palm trees, and I'm gonna drink them all them Corona beer. Then matter of fact, though, no, man, I think I'm gonna get. I'm supposed to get like my coronavirus. Then I'm sure gonna get them the vaccine needed. Like and all that. Then I got that one, but I gotta get the other one, and then like what a number of time I gotta get another booster. And I went on what I said. Doesn't matter whether I'm at the beach, like that. So it'd be one or the other. So he'd be subvertly doing adverts for the local bars, even if it's like it's definitely not deals at the mic where you're at. And then the other one is he gets carried off and trails off in his own thoughts. So it's very yeah. And then yeah, you got Taxi 96 the diva, you got Whiteface the Cajun Creole country Louisiana thinker. Et je ne m'appelle Rémi. Bonsoir. Je m'appelle Rémi, moi. Adogonis moderne. No, je m'appelle Rémi, don't know that. Get on man now. Listen to me now there. How do y'all do that? And I'm going to say now, how do y'all then, man, how do you do that now? You know what I mean? I'm going to talk like that now. Then how there, man, now. Look, all I know that I got a caught in my hand now, and it just explode now. What I know that, look, all I don't know, listen now, Jimmy Perry and me, but me the Gambit. What I said the Gambit, what I said, no, one day I'm just like that, and then I didn't know that, man, and the panties just exploded, and I was like, wow. Hey, bow down, no lady now. No panties, no panties anymore anyway. Right on, man. That is literally an example of why I can do Gambit. Should the time come, Disney, if you're looking, I mean, I'm not gonna sacrifice my ambitions and goals to be on Saturday Night Live. Period. But should I say I wouldn't mind being Gambit in your movie, and then at the same time that being how I ended up on Saturday Night Live, because that would be a reversal, wouldn't it? Going from major motion picture to national television program, sketch, variety art. But then, as long as they film the movies in the summertime, ideally, or Lauren's cool with it, I wouldn't be the first player to simultaneously perform on the show and give the show. But also, here's the thing about me. Now, I would be able to do my acting duties for sure, for sure. Like that don't mean no issue with me now. I'll tell you, sweetheart, I know what that is like that. All right, I know. Look at me, is it video that was it? Now, I tell you what, I don't mind now, man. I got a thing though that what I tell you, I needed to come here right now. They're gonna like a my name is Gambit. I don't do no teaching or instruction, but I would say I would help you now, Mr. Xavier, provided you could provide me maybe what I could be in your service too, maybe like deal like we will make like a parlay. Je parle français right now. I know what you be telling me you can do your mind thing, but just so you know, with the gambit, you cannot do the mind thing because the gambit has the ability. What you do know is my ability. Allow me to do what is necessary. What I mean now, je m'appelle Remy. What I said, the gambit. You can call me LeBlanc. It's all right. I don't mind pain. Please do not mention the fact that my eyes are the way that they are. I did not know, but they do call me Le Diable Blanc. You can call me whatever you want to call me, Monsieur Xavier, but the most important thing is that you provide what I need. And what I need is a place to stay for a while, okay? And then another example. C'est me normal now. Shout out mal, Bel Who you be? The Gambit appreciate what he sees right there. Who you be? That is what I can say. Oh, sugar, what you know about this is 20,022, sugar. Why you be like that? You can't be that. The Gambit is a friend of all the people, but I had no issue. What I said now with the no lady, I just know what I like and what I like and what I see. The Gambit most certainly see something in you, what he wants to be, maybe a little bit closer. Maybe I could be a little more. Oh, sugar, you watch yourself. You're gonna get yourself cut your tongue. Uh-huh. Something like that, what I say. Cut 2, I got cast as fucking Rogue. That would fuck me up. Not in a bad way, but Tessa's been gone for a filthy second, unfortunately. I really do miss her every day. For those who are unaware, Tessa was actually Rogue. In real life, though, not figuratively. Well, I mean, obviously not like superhero, but more like Phoenix Jones. Mutant Society of Seattle type of thing. All right, then. That's like so much talking for the day, and I probably should get around to like figuring things out. Like I really do. I need to go get some alcohol with Kenneth Lyon and like go live. And if he doesn't do his shit, then he doesn't do his shit. Fine, fuck him, and he's done. And then there will be an official notice, and I'll put his ass on blast, and I'll let the whole world of Los Angeles know that he's not professional and not to be fucked with, and see what happens. Because I am done with him if he doesn't follow through today. Because you don't fucking call my ass late in the morning early and fucking drain my energies like with your how you are. You don't fuck with me like that, no. If you do, then I cut you off. But at the same time, I'm gonna let the world know. So we'll see. But I wanted to get there around 5 for happy hour and food. So that's what I'm gonna do. The next big thing, ultimately, just so everyone knows, we're not on track and on track at the same time. But the next real big thing, at least for shows, I'll be going to see Cicely Strong performing at her show. So I'm excited for that. The one-woman show. All right, then. Other than that, like, what can I say? I could play SNL is cheesy, but it's whatever. I mean, you know. Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. I enjoyed this one. This one was an awful lot of fun. I did some impression stuff. Casey hung out, watched comedy. discussed the new cast members somewhat. Um, we didn't really go over. I think his name was Darrell. I could be wrong, but I think it was. Um, but it wouldn't be the first time I had to apologize for fucking up a player's name or etc. I will leave with this though. Like so she played with me in the audience. We made eye contact, but we might not have. I don't know because I wasn't her. But when I did go up and give her that note, and I was like, "Oh, I figured you knew who I was." She's like, "No." I was like, "I'm JD, the future players, thing." But I dismissed it. Like I really did though. Like I really did just like be like, "Man, it's what it is." I'm not sure if that was dangerous because it comes off as like thinking I'm too good for her or I'm too cool or whatever. But it's mostly the social awkwardness of like not being good at selling and promoting. And also just like the more comfortable, the better, then it's beautiful. But otherwise it's gonna always have a bit of that because of me, you know? But anyway, it was a lot. I still am processing it, but I'm looking forward to those peanut butter shooters and fucking stout. Guinness from the drop, most likely. And I am really feeling it. It's an Irish stew for me. If they have it, they should have it, but it's an Irish stew all the way. I'm actually, you know what? That's my one meal for the day, even when I think about this. I am super, like, I am actually starting to salivate for this. So, yeah, stay tuned, folks. Go to the Instagram if you want. We will be going live on Instagram. I'm going to bring the Bluetooth mic. I'm gonna see if Ken even shows up. If he doesn't, then he's literally fuck him. He's done. But if he follows through, we're Gucci, and I mean like super gravy, and it's all Groot because I'm gonna bring the Bluetooth mic. I'm not gonna go grab it, but the point is, it's not this. I literally have one. I've had a long time. There's so much potential inside of me. What I want to be doing. There's so much that should be done, but it can't be. Well, don't say can't, but what I mean is you have no idea, maybe you do, but this mind is not. Like at this time, simultaneously, as I'm doing this, it is also processing three different things. Number one, what if a fucking meteor crashed right now? Like a huge, massive fucking eruption of some kind with a cataclysmic sound boom, like processing. And then at the same time, another one is like bathroom, food. And now that one is starting to overpower everything else. Like I am hungry. I think that is the answer. But it makes sense. I drank an awful lot yesterday night. Haven't eaten too much. I had porridge during this set people watched. I've been drinking amphetaminic coffee. Amphetaminic coffee, that's a fun one. Amphetaminic coffee. Now with more amphetaminics. All right, always the sketches, never the cast. Whatever. Fuck it. Best case scenario, she's gonna have me in mind, but she goes to the show. That sketch will benefit her to the point of helping. And then when I go to see Cicely, I'm gonna give her the roses as a gift. And then that's because that's what you do at a fucking performance. Christ, if it's a good performance, you give them fucking flowers. That's just what it is. And it's the first night show. First showing even. So we'll see. But provided that's the case and that's what's up and that is, then that is the situation. That I was thinking I would also write or draw or do something nice for the card itself. The goal is the flowers are a gift for the performance, provided it's a good performance. I mean, obviously you can't, I don't know what the courtesy is. Do you always give flowers or do you only give flowers if it was actually a good performance? I really, really don't know. I'm not that well versed. Whatever. I'm not going to go for another 30 minutes, though. Guarantee you. So this was the 303 cast. 303, yo, you know me. Living in a corner, buddy. Old McDee's. What is now is the squatter spot. Look at me, I'm fucking hot with my lickets and my lyric tickets. And let me tell you that I ain't gonna stick it to no man or woman, no clown or person. I tell you right now that I'm looking for purses. That's right, I'm nursing a fucking addiction. What you call it when you're hungry. I can't wait to get more of that money. I know where I'm taking it to the honey. Cause really, now it's Winnie the Pooh. Just for you, and that horror movie too, and then we're gonna go to the zoo, and what we know is free the elephants. What'd you do now? They're all over the street, storming the stage, and what did I say? Go to rage. Oh no, now I'm in a cage. But guess what? It's a fighting match, and I just took him out 'cause he is crap. That's right, I'm going right for the bat. I'm gonna crack him across his goddamn skull. That's right, I hope that he's the fool that gets to know that everyone's schooled now that they know they're educated. Let me tell you, I am related. I can't wait 'cause I'm not related. I can defeat him, and I can also eat him. And I'm going to because listen, here's where it's headed. Colson Faker, that's right. Faker Colson, that's right. What I gotta say is you definitely don't know what you know is you ain't even. So, sooner than later, the production will come through. Let me tell you right now, I know what I'm gonna do. Get some food in my stomach. Irish stew, if they got it. If they don't, then I won't. But I know soda bread sounds good to me, but then also they might not have soda bread. But now I'm just craving and missing Seattle again. Rest in peace, Norm MacDonald. September 14th, 2021. It's been an honor and a privilege.